Oh yeah, come on in. Don't be shy, don't stall. We got a funky vibe, yeah. Welcome all. It's a safe spot where the truth and mind. Share your thoughts, leave your worries behind. Woo! Defense West, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be. Woo! Got mysteries, stories that feeling right. We dig deep, ain't no secrets to hide. No judgment here, just an open crew. We're all about justice and the honest view. Yeah, Defense West, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be.
Well, fancy meeting you here. Hello. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing, Concy? Hey? You nice and warm there? Bit chilly, bit nipply out here. What is it? 42 degrees Fahrenheit in Melbourne this fine eve. Lovely. It's brass monkey weather, isn't it? Hey? Oh, is that? What'd you say? Oh. Speaking to the microphone. Good morning. And welcome back. Oh, I'll have that mic, thank you. Right, today, let's get on to it. Today is day 2 of and final day of the Sheila Agee revenge mum murder trial. Speedy Gonzalez trial. Really? Day and a half. Start to finish. So we pick up today after yesterday the state rested. So today, hello my darling. Welcome. What are you standing up for? You know I can adjust that camera so you can't get out of you can't get out of it, clumsy. How's your Saturday? Your Saturday morning going? Good? I didn't wake up until 3:30 this afternoon. Oh, it's nibble time. Mummy keeps the treats bowl full all the time because they're spoiled. So, yeah, it's going. I hear you. I hear you. And the only reason I think I woke up at 3:30 was because my doorbell went because my groceries had arrived. And I went to get out of bed and went, yeah, that wasn't fun. Took my morning tablets an hour later. Nope, not happening. So I had to bring my daughter. Can you please bring him inside for me? It sucks ass. It really sucks ass. Anyway, so today is the defence's case, their case in chief, and they have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, two witnesses, plus Sheila's son takes a stand, and Sheila herself takes a stand. So that'll be interesting. I'd like to hear from both of them, actually. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Yeah? What do they have to say? And then it goes straight on to the verdict. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, I've got to reduce this down. And you're going to have to get off screen. Sorry. Say bye. And we'll share this one. Oh, what was that? was a purr, apparently. Now, where's my timestamp? 20. Okay. Oh, he's purring his guts out. Don't you?
Mr. Myers, there was one other thing I thought about last night on the jury instructions, because we are going to want the firearm and naming. Okay.
Don't want to go through them. Bring the jury. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome back. I'll let the record reflect the jury's been seated. State's present defendant is present with counsel. Looks like we've changed up the seating arrangements a little bit today, except for Miss Rom, who needs to be on the end there. And so I wanted to just let you know there's no assigned seats wherever you'd like, though there's not really any empty seats. So make sure you're seated somewhere where you are able to see and hear everything. Well, thank you all for being on time. We've been just working on a few things, so we're ready to get started this morning. Is everyone feeling okay and able to sit for the case today?
Oh, yeah.
Has anything happened since we adjourned last night that has affected your ability to sit on the case and give your full attention to the case?
Yeah.
Okay. Has everybody continued to follow the rule and you have not discussed the case with anyone? Did anybody see any news coverage, whether local news, national news, Pensacola News Journal, anything like that? See anything about the case? And I'm seeing everybody nodding that they have not. Okay.
Everybody nodding they have not.
All right, so everybody's ready to proceed?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, get on with it.
Mr. Ackerman, the defense would like to call your first witness.
Defense's first witness, Lionel Martinez.
I missed that name. Lionel something or other.
Oh, yes. While Investigator Martinez is coming in, our court deputy is going to pass out your notepads. Should have your first name on that front page. And then we'll give you some pencils as well.
I had to make a nice hot cup of soup because it's freaking freezing.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I like food. He's very quiet, isn't he?
Mr. Martinez, you've previously been placed under oath. You remain under oath, sir, if you want to have a seat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And we're just giving the jurors a moment to get their notepads and pencils together.
Yeah. I want one of those badges.
Okay, does everybody have their notepad and pencil and ready to go? Okay, Investigator Martinez, I will ask that you state your name again for the record and spell your first and last name for our court reporter.
Yes, ma'am. Lionel Martinez, Lionel Martinez.
You may inquire.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, sir.
Thanks for coming. You'll recall yesterday you testified regarding text messages that you were in possession of between Keith and Sheila Agee from the August 11th, 2023 date. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And we then discussed other texts that might be available, and you testified to the effect that, you know, where they were there, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, sir.
Okay. May I proceed?
You may.
Okay.
Now, did you listen to those text messages yesterday, like in detail, and concentrate on what they actually said? Because, in my opinion, she was a complete accomplice to this. She knew exactly what he was planning on doing, and she even told him where they were going, where she was going to be, and if she was going to be on the floor or not. Just saying. I think we've got some more.
Very few, but I think July. Then there's a quick one. This is from 2023, and they go in where the state and I have already gone over these, and they have no objection to you reading these into the record.
Mr. Ackerman, let's just identify the exhibit. Is this Defense Composite Exhibit 1?
Yeah, what I've handed you is Defense's Composite Exhibit number 1, sir. And please take your time and review it. And we're going to present them on the screen so So you'll have it on your screen. So if there's any questions you have while we're doing this, please bring it to our attention.
Okay, so at this time you move
At
defense
this
and
time, I
posit
move-
exhibit 1 into evidence.
Yes,
It'll be so admitted, a state has no objection. And
publish?
when he's ready, you have permission to publish the exhibit.
Jumping the gun a little bit there, sir.
and we would like.
You may proceed.
It's a bit sad when I know the bloody procedure more than the defense attorney.
And Mr. Ackerman, for the court reporter, it looks like there's messages, one block or bubbles in green, one's in blue. Can we have Investigator Martinez identify who the message is sent from?
Thank you, Judge.
So the record's
Very
clear.
helpful.
The green is Sheila.
He is a
And the
useless
blue?
piece of shit, isn't he?
Is Keith.
Hey, Christine, how you doing, love?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You may proceed, sir.
Sheila,
Ask
are you
AI.
on your way? If so, I'll keep her. If not, I'm about to take her home. Keith, I'm coming up 48 now. Keith, about to be in Movico in Amen. Sheila, okay, we go into Lori's right quick. I'll meet you at the house. Marco is there. I'm getting her some fries. Keith, okay. Sheila,
They're
are you
talking
keeping
about
her
the
tonight?
water.
Keith, yes. Sheila, she's shit. You can come get her now so I can clean up. Keith, yeah, I'm coming. I just got out the shower. Sheila, okay, come on. She won't let me do nothing.
Yes, sir. Sir, we'll have to just get that information from the witness, okay? Jurors have not been permitted to ask questions, but I assume now that the attorneys know that's an issue that somebody will ask that question, okay, sir?
He didn't even establish the date of these text messages.
Can I speak to you?
If you'd like to ask Investigator Martinez a question, you may.
On these text messages, they're on the bottom of each one.
Yes, sir.
You've still got to read them into the record.
Maybe it'd be better if you also read the.
Okay. May I ask, what was my last message I read, please?
I think we're on just one in green.
Sheila, July the 4th, 2013 at 12:20 p.m.
What,
Oh, 23, sorry. Okay, come on. She won't let me do nothing. Keith, Casey coming? That's July 8th, 2023 at 3:59 p.m. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 4:02 p.m. No, because she's too frisky, wearing a damn mini dress, sucking a fucking bottle. Sheila, she need a whipping. Keith, July 8th, 2023 at 4:05 p.m. Don't worry, her daddy got her his t-shirts to give her. Keith, July 8th, 2023 at 4:05. Touch my baby, we're gonna put your ass in a old home. Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 4:05, LOL. Sheila. There's no response, but it's July 8th, 2023. July 8th, 2023, Sheila, I just woke up. Let me get up and I'll call and see if they home. Keith, July 8th, 2023. Okay. Keith, July 8th, 2023 at 5:23 p.m. 2 question marks. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:25 p.m. No answer. Marco going in my car right now. Got to wait till he gets back. July 8th, 2023 at 5:26. Keith, fuck it, then forget it. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:26 p.m. Okay. Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 5:26 p.m. I can't make her answer the phone, but whatever. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:27 p.m. But you let her hold my baby, and I barely get to see her. T.S. Cool though. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:27. Make excuses and all for her. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:32 p.m. I let her hold your baby. How you figure I let her do anything? I'm not Brooklyn's mama, and I ain't made a excuse for her. Y'all are her parents. Y'all need to communicate with each other about your child. I'm not a hostage negotiator, and I can't, no, I'm not going to get her and take her home every time I have things I have to do. You can be mad or whatever, but y'all need to grow up. It's not about y'all, it's about Casey. I'm done. A lot for Casey before you decide to be daddy, and I'm done. It caused you were her daddy. You're my child, my baby, but you're her daddy. And don't know where all this disrespect from you is coming from. But regardless of what kind of mother you think I was, I'm still your mama. And I had enough of it. Keith, July 8th, 2023 at 5:34 p.m. MF have MFs around my baby that talk about killing me, then text me, tell Casey, be safe, SB. Can only take so much. And that ain't nothing. I pose to be a mama gambling and street running and following behind a nigga ain't stuff to do. Keith, July 7th or July 8th, 2023 at 5:35 p.m. Then you send MF money to smoke, and yes, you did. I literally told you that she was at Chuckle Cheese. I saw her myself. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:35 p.m. There's nothing in that message. Keith, response, July 8th, 2023 at 5:35. Also, there's no response there. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:36 p.m. I send her money for Casey. How do you think she gets diapers, food, and clothes? But I'm grown, and I'm not trying to explain to another grown person nothing about his child. Keith, July 8th, 2023 at 5:36 p.m. When you respect me, you will get respect.
He sounds like a piece of shit.
Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:36 p.m. Her mama TF. Sheila, July 8th, 2023 at 5:37 p.m. You ain't got to respect me. That's fine. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:37 p.m. Sorry asses, I blame you just as much as her because you let the shite go, but say something about what you have a problem with. Or if you want Casey, you will do a lot to get her. So yeah, you do that. Shout
No,
for
She doesn't
yourself.
for your daughter, you piece of shit.
Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 5:39 p.m. Just don't disrespect me, and I won't disrespect you, and we good. I can't act
Darling,
like you don't
what are you
exist,
doing?
and you can do the same. No harm, no foul. And yes, I do shit for myself. And yes, when I want her, I go and get her. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:39 p.m. When she put that restraining order up, you pick your side. Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 5:39 p.m. I'm done with it, and have a nice day. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:39 p.m. But swear we just need to grow up. It was never me. It was always her. But like I said, I promise.
You nearly got a phone call this afternoon. If I hadn't gotten hold of Alicia, you were my next call. I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah. It's all good now. I'm moving.
That's good. Night. Keith, July 8th, 2023, 5:40 p.m. You too.
I couldn't get my groceries.
Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 5:40 p.m. Thank you.
And I dropped all my tablets. So I couldn't hold them. My
Keith,
hands
July
enough.
8th, 2023, 6:42 p.m. Give me her number. I'ma call. Sheila, July 8th, 2023, 6:43 p.m. 251-22-5622. Sheila, July 28th, 2023 at 4:34 p.m. Brooklyn said, what time are you getting badass tomorrow? Her phone is off. Keith, July 28th, 2023 at 4:34 p.m.
Oh, 10.
She told me to call.
I had another one of those. You know how my skin gets really hot and yeah, I'm covered everywhere, completely. Yeah. Yeah. Bad.
Her mama number. We already talked.
Cool.
Sheila, July 28th, 2023 at 4:34 p.m. Okay.
Cool.
Sheila, July 28th, 2023, 6:21 p.m. She called me back and asked me to ask you what time you were coming. Said you didn't tell her. Keith, July 28th, 2023, 6:21 p.m. around 11. Sheila, July 28th, 2023, 6:21 p.m. Okay. Sheila, July 29th, 2023 at 10:58 a.m. On your way to get Casey, will you stop and get this phone? Keith, July 29th, 2023, 11:04 a.m.
Ooh.
I'm already 15:20 from Citro.
Yes, the One Turner Trash and Treasure Market is open today.
Brooklyn said she a ride back with me and we a stop grab it. Sheila, July 30th, 2023 at 3:33 p.m. Tell Brooklyn I will pick her up at 7 in the morning to be ready because we can't be late. Keith, July 30th, 2023 at 4:04 p.m. Okay. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 2:08 p.m.
10?
I tried to call Brooklyn. She ain't answered and she ain't been texting me. I think she gave me some. Can you tell her, call me? Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 2:09 p.m. I just want to talk. I ain't mad. She just been dodging me since I dropped her off and I want to know, is that the reason why? Sheila, August 3rd, 2023, 2:41 p.m. Okay, baby. She's in the car and I'm closing out the store. I'll call you before I go to the car. Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 2:41 p.m. Okay. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 3:37 p.m. Send me $11 on Cash App, RQ. Sheila, August 3rd, 2023 at 3:40 p.m. Send me your Cash App.
This must
Keith,
be before
August 3rd, 2023, 3:40 p.m.
yesterday.
$FFG_CEO. Keith, August 3rd at 3:40 p.m. NVM, I got it. Sheila, August 3rd, 2023 at 3:41 p.m. Okay, I'm about to call you. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 3:41. Okay. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:01 p.m. You know what? It ain't even worth it. If she do me like that after I've been nice to her, it's cool. I'm not gonna hold no grudge. I just don't want to deal with her no more. I'll just text her mama when I go pick Casey up. That's just messed up though. Sheila, 8/3/2023, 4:14 p.m. She's trying to call you. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:17 p.m. It ain't even worth it. Ain't this point, I don't even know what to say. I had to go through you to speak to her about some like, I just expect better. But I see even when you treat people nice, they will still fuck
You
you
make
over.
enough, dude.
Oh well, lesson learned. Keith,
Now,
August 3rd,
well, I
2023,
remember.
4:18
Sorry.
p.m.
Stop it again. I've just put up a little video because there's been some updates in the mushroom murder trial. Since now that she's been convicted, the gag order has been lifted. So there is a heap of there's actual video footage of her police interview and all sorts of stuff that's come out. So check it out. It's up already. I put it up just before this started. So get into it.
Thank you.
I did do a funny little short too about bits from our
4:18 p.m.
birthday party.
Ain't even worth it. Ain't no point. I don't even know what to say. I had to go through you to speak to her about something like that. I just expected better. But I see even when you treat people nice, they will still fuck you over. Oh well, lesson learned. Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 4:18 p.m. Like I said, I ain't mad. That shot just hurt me, but I'll get over it. Sheila, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:19 p.m. She said she hasn't got any calls from you, and I didn't even tell her to call you. I swear, when I walked out, she said, call Keith for me. I said, he's been trying to call you. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:20 p.m.
Screenshot of his
There's an
photo.
image attached.
How many times have you been trying to call it out?
Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:20 p.m. She hung it up. I thought she was still at work. It was 6:30 in the waving. Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 4:21 p.m. evening. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:22 p.m. I was waiting on her to call me Monday. She said she would then, never did, so I waited because I wanted to ask her because I was burning a little. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:23 p.m. Another attachment. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:23 p.m. That was the only thing she texted. Keith, August 3rd, 2023 at 4:55 p.m. I thought it might have been a UTI, but they said I got symptoms from gonorrhea and
UTI.
LK or IK. I only mess with Brooklyn in the last month and some days, and this started happening the next day after I dropped her off. I ain't trying to accuse her. I'm just waiting till my tests come back. I just know she the only one I've messed with. Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 4:55 p.m. I thought it might have been a UTI, but they say I got symptoms for gonorrhea and IK. I only messed with Brooklyn in the last month and some days, and this started happening the next day after I dropped her off. I ain't trying to accuse her. I'm just waiting till my tests come back. I just know she the only one I've messed with.
I know
Sheila,
that hole.
August
The only
3rd,
one that
2023 at 4:56 p.m. Okay.
he blames
Sheila,
her.
August 3rd, 2023
Gonorrhea.
at
She had a
4:56
UTI.
p.m. When your test comes back, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna let you tell her when you find out. Keith, August 3rd, 2023, 4:58 p.m. IDK.
I don't
If
know.
I can honestly even speak to her, if it come back that I got some, I'm on a better path right now, trying to handle situations better, but I wouldn't even know how to handle
That
that
was
one.
the precipitating factor.
August 3rd, 2023, 5:37 p.m. Sheila. You on a good path with a good job and a good future, a beautiful daughter, and the best Mimi in the world. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 5:29 p.m. I forgot I got some stuff to handle this weekend. I'll pick her up next Friday, or you can. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 5:29 p.m. Okay. Keith, August 4th, 2023, at 6:46 p.m. Somebody owe me $150 for having to leave work, and best believe I'ma get me by any means. RN, you can pass the word along or whatever. TS, don't make no sense. Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:47 p.m. I done played nice with that bitch to still talk shit to me and then say she mad at me, even though I'm mad. I still kept my cool and I didn't go there with her, but she still
yourself.
wanted to keep up. So that's all I'm saying. Sheila, August 4, 2023, 6:48 p.m. Okay. Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:51 p.m. Make sure you tell her because I'm tired of you getting on my AHS.
I've got
Then treat her like she your child and don't do nothing wrong. You can at least do that. Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:55 p.m. I do still get done wrong when it's poised to be okay, but when I do wrong, it's all hell. August 4, 2023, 6:55 p.m. Sheila. I'm gonna tell her, but I get on your ass because you're muy calm and I love you and I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't have to care about what she does. You will always be no baby, no matter what. Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:56 p.m. You don't treat me like it.
I'm with you.
Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:56 p.m. Hell, you cut me off because cuss me out and say, fuck my feelings. Keith, August 4, 2023, 6:56 p.m. You care about other people. If I care for SB and they get done wrong, best believe the person that done went wrong, getting fucked up or getting nothing from at all. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 6:58 p.m. I'm saying, Mama, it seemed like you put EVB before me at this point, and then you play cool with me as long as I don't say nothing or do some, but SB, that do some to me, that shy ain't fair. August 4th, 2023, 7 p.m. Keith, you don't say nothing to her, then give her money, hell, and a ride to work. I really wish to switch roles if possible, because she reap all the benefits with no repercussions. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:14 p.m. Yes, I do. But you want to try to buck me and me grown. You will never be grown to me as long as you live. You was really the only child I had that I kept with me. No matter what I done, you was by my side. Keith, August 4th, 2023 at 7:17 p.m. Then why you ain't with me now? I stuck with you through it all. It was poised to be us against the world, and you changed that. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:19 p.m. You do more for Brooklyn or won your BFS than me.
Oh,
Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:19 p.m. Keith, I like Brooklyn, but I love you. I can think about something you like Val as a person, but you love Kaya. If Val goes off and gets drunk and ducks, then meet, you know it's wrong. But you can still laugh and talk with Val because you like her, but don't love her. Let Kai do it and see what you do. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:20 p.m.
yes,
You a damn lie. I
please.
give you anything, MF thing you ask me for and always have. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:21 p.m. That I could.
Love doing that.
Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:22 p.m. How can you say you love me if YK, she gave me some and can still talk and laugh with her? Ain't no way in hell to this day when Bo Hale was playing with you at Popo house. I was fitting kill. I was literally backing the car up out the window to shoot him. Only thing save him was you, because you TOL me not to. If I can go so hard to that extent, we can't. You at least not FW with FW the MFS. I don't, out of respect. Sheila, August 4, 2023, 7:23 p.m. I don't know. She gave you nothing. You told me yesterday you was at the doctor getting tested, and I hadn't talked to you since then. Keith, August 4, 2023, 7:24 p.m. Mama, I ain't never in my life on Casey, my soul, and the good Lord above had none. It scared TS out of me when I saw yellow stuff coming out me. Sheila, August 4, 2023, 7:24 p.m. And as far as give her a ride, I have to. That's my job. She's not the only person I give a ride to. I pick up 5 people every week. Sheila, August 4, 2023, 7:24 p.m. What did DR say? Keith, August 4, 2023, 7:24 p.m. I had to literally call Emmanuel because I couldn't talk to NBLs that don't make no sense. Keith, August 4, 2023 at 7:25 p.m. They hoping it come back a UTI, but it's looking like gonorrhea. Keith, August 4, 2023, 7:25 p.m. 2 images. Keith, August 4, 2023 p.m. Keith, August 4th, 2023 at 7:26 p.m. They prescribed me antibiotics and gave me a shot in the butt and said, if it is that, then it will handle it. And they tell you to come back if it's something else. Sheila, August 4th, 2023 at 7:28 p.m. I'm not trying to take up for her baby, but symptoms of gonorrhea don't show up that fast, baby. It's got to be a UTI unless it's bullhead clap and your dick will swell up really big. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:28 p.m.
His mother.
They said 3 things. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:28 p.m. They tested for. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:29 p.m. Give me 1 minute.
We have a
My
few.
boss just called.
We have a few.
Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:30 p.m. I hope it come back a UTI. Keith, August 4th, 2023,
That would be
7:30 p.m. I really do, because I ain't
funny.
never had none, and I ain't trying to start none. Sheila, August 4th, 2023, 7:31 p.m. LOL, I think it is a UTI, but we will see. Keith, August 4th, 2023, 7:32 p.m. I'm praying it is. Sheila, August 5th, 2023, 2:59 a.m. It's a UTI, baby, an attachment. Keith, August 5th, 2023 at 5:52 a.m. Okay, I'm thinking that because it's only been 2 days and it ain't nothing going on. You can tell Brooklyn, I'm sorry like I tried to tell you and her. I didn't want to believe it was her. I just know I ain't messed with nobody. I felt she still didn't have to act that way with me. If I kept my cool with her and asked her, can she keep it to a calm level? Sheila, August 5th, 2023, 6:31 p.m. a.m. You are right. That's only fair. Keith, August 6, 2023, 6:47 p.m. I'm fixing to stop trying to pick her. I'm fixing to stop trying to pick her up. If they're going to do a lap, then I try to get her and drop her off. Keith, August 6, 2023, 7:16 p.m. I had to blow they phone up just to get into contact, and they see me calling, they just decline it. Sheila, August 6, 2023 at 9:10 p.m. I'll talk to Brooklyn about that. That's bullshit. Keith, August the 6th, 2023 at 9:13 p.m. Please, because I had to get Kai to call and they still wouldn't answer. Then wanted to look mad when I dropped her off. I'm cool that she mad, but we still need to do better for Casey. Sheila, August the 6th, 2023 at 9:15 p.m. Okay. Keith, August the 8th, 2023, 6:07 p.m. Why? WYD. Sheila, August the 8th, 2023 at 7:26 p.m. Heading to the house. Keith, August the 8th, 2023 at 8 p.m. Text Brooklyn and tell her unblock me. I want to talk to her. I want to just ask her, can we put that past us, and I'll apologize or something, because I don't want to mess up trying to see Casey more and stuff. Keith, August the 8th, 2023 at 8:01 p.m. I realize it's stupid compared to how it was going, spending time with Casey, and I ain't trying to mess it up. Sheila, August the 8th, 2023 at 8:04 p.m. Okay, I'll try to call her. Keith, August the 8th, 2023 at 8:04 p.m. Okay. Sheila, August the 8th, 2023, 8:07 p.m. I called, she didn't answer, so I texted her and told her to call me. Keith, August the 8th, 2023, 8:07 p.m. Okay. Keith, August the 9th, 7:52 a.m. She ain't never text you back? Question mark. Sheila, August the 9th, 2023 at 8:08 a.m. No, I'll text her again in a minute. Keith, August the 9th, 2023, 8:08 a.m. Okay. Keith, August the 11th, 2023, 10:36 a.m. It's an image. Keith, August the 11th, 2023, 10:37 a.m. She gave me gonorrhea.
I think that's where we stop. Going over the others. Okay.
You're done with your questions for Investigator Martinez? Okay. Nothing. Okay, is he free to go now? Would you like him to remain available? Okay, just remain available by phone. And
Yes.
again, don't discuss your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. I wanted to make sure the jurors remember, yesterday I instructed that anything that's submitted as an exhibit, you will get to take back with you. So the only,
that they could have played out. She could have not stopped me. No. Yes, sir.
You've been convicted.
I just want to make sure you remember that. Everybody's still doing
This
the
is
best.
Keith, the son. Coming in his lovely red and white jumpsuit. Because he's in custody. Because he's been charged. For apparently 29 holes in one person. For a urinary tract infection. Almost as bad as 500,000 for Mama's boy.
So if you could raise your right hand and measure for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony
Raise
about
my
the
hand,
truth,
Mr.
whole truth,
Chairman, for
nothing
me.
but the truth?
I do.
If you'll have a seat, Mr. Agee. And if you will, just make sure you speak into the microphone. If you'll state your full name and spell your last name for the court reporter.
Keith Agee, Agee.
Mayflower.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
You know, you just stated your name. We know where you are.
Yes, sir.
You've been convicted of murder.
Yes, sir.
Do you know why you're here?
Yes, sir. You came and talked to me, Mr. Myers, Ms. Jensen. All y'all came and talked to me. Got me here for my testimony.
Because you've known your mother all your life, correct?
Yes, sir.
You had a chance in your trial to view the context of the text between you and your mother on August the 11th.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
You've had a chance to think about things.
Of course. Yes, sir.
In the context of those texts, and any time in your life, has your mother ever said anything to you, motivated you, enticed you, wanted you, manipulated you to, or anything else to take Brooklyn Sims' life?
No, sir. I fully believe with 100% that my mother loved Brooklyn and she would never want that.
Sustained.
Would your mother ever do anything to hurt Brooklyn?
Sustained.
Did you ever think for 1 minute that your mother wanted you to hurt Brooklyn?
No, sir. Not in a million years.
Is there anything your mother could have done to convince you not to do what you wanted to do when it comes down to, well, just that?
No, sir. I have my own mind. And once I have something set on my mind, I'm kind of stuck to it. So the only thing that, the way that they played out was the only way that they could have played out. She could have not stopped me. No physical words, form, any type of way she could have prevented this. She did the best of her abilities. I feel that she did, as a mother, knowing me, tried to deter me and stop me.
I have no further questions.
The state may have some cross-exam, sir.
Mr. Agee, we've met several times, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You were convicted of first-degree murder, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you're a convicted felon now.
Yes, sir.
I prosecuted you as well as Miss Jensen, correct?
Yes, sir.
That day of the homicide, when you came to Pensacola to kill Brooklyn, you didn't know where she was until your mother told you, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all I have.
No further.
You can step down, sir.
And that was
Mr. Ackerman, your next witness? Okay, Thelma Rivers.
I had to get something very important. Hey. So there's this witness, and then Sheila takes us down.
Before you sit down, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
If you'll have a seat, Ms. Rivers, just make sure you speak up into the microphone so we can hear you, and if you will state your full name and spell your last name for the court reporter.
Thelma Izona Rivers, Rivers.
Good morning, Ms. Rivers.
Good morning.
How old are you, ma'am? What's your date of birth?
October 14th, 1946. I'll be 79 this October.
And where do you live?
Fairfield, Alabama,
How long you lived there, ma'am?
my whole life.
And the dwelling you live in now is where you lived for how long?
I've been there about 38 years.
I guess generally, what is your relationship to Sheila's children? And let's start with first child,
Wallace.
No.
I'm his grandmother.
okay? See him every day, casually?
Oh, just casually, Wallace. He lives Mobile.
Okay. And he's 35 years?
Be 35 in August.
Okay. And then your next child
Jack Daniel,
and relationship to him,
he's my grandson.
okay? Where does he live?
He lives behind me in a trailer,
Okay, same property?
same property.
Okay. And basically, just a brief history, did you raise him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did Sheila raise him?
She was in his life, his whole life, you know.
Okay. And when was he born? How old is he?
Jack is November the 22nd, 1992. So he'll be 33, right?
Okay.
33 is his birthday.
And
Next to
Next will be Keith, but let's get back to him in a minute. We've got another child.
Keith Agee and Kaya Cheyenne Agee, a girl.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay, that's Sheila's youngest,
That's her youngest.
and she lived with you.
She lived with me up until this happened, and her daddy come got her. He
Okay.
brought the law and come got her away from me. But she stayed with me 15 years.
Relationship with her and her mother?
It was good.
Okay. Relationship Jack and his mother?
Oh, great.
Relationship Keith and his mother?
Off and on. They loved each other, but they had their ups and downs now.
Okay. And as far as Keith, living arrangement, did he live with you?
Yes, most of the time.
Okay. And where else would he be, especially in his later years?
In his earlier years,
Well, especially his earlier years, he lived with you.
yeah, until he got about 12 or 14, he moved in with his dad and stayed there about 2 years. But Sheila and his dad were separated, and he stayed there about 2 years. And then when he come back to live with me, he was a little bit out of control. And I would have to call Jack. Jack was in the service. That's his other brother. I'd have to call him sometimes and let him chastise him.
Well, would you chastise him yourself?
Oh, yeah, I would. Yeah.
What would how would that?
Well, he might leave and stay gone 3 or 4 days. And then he'd come back and tell me he was sorry. And everything be all right till something happened again.
He tell you he's sorry a lot of time?
A lot of times.
What kind of general personality did he have?
Keith was well-spoken, well-mannered kid, but he was quick-tempered. And he would get angry real easy. And when he got angry, he was hard to handle. That was him and his mom's a lot of problem. It was his anger. And he was just hard to handle when he get angry.
Would he threaten people?
Well, he would in a matter of ways, He wasn't violent, but he's the type, if he got angry, I guess he could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't know. He just had,
Did you ever hear him threaten to kill people?
yeah, he'd say that all the time. You didn't never know when he was serious or not. Him and his little friends would talk about just put his lights out or something other, I'm sorry. And I would hear him talking, but I hardly paid him any attention half the time. They were just young boys to me,
He threatened to kick people's doors down, windows in, or whatever.
Well, he did all that. Not only threatened, he done that.
Sure, just make sure you speak up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
What was Sheila's relationship to Brooklyn?
Oh, like mother and daughter. Sheila took care of Brooklyn after she got pregnant. And then Sheila took care of Brooklyn and the baby after the baby come home. Because look, Keith never did live with Brooklyn now. It wasn't like he stayed with her. He didn't. I kept the baby every weekend. Sheila would go get the baby and bring her to me. And I kept her every weekend until this happened. I had her the weekend before this happened that Friday. She had just went home at last Sunday. She ain't been back since.
Mhm.
Well, her mother come, her grandmother, Brooklyn's mother come a time or two after money. And after I gave her $1,200, and after I didn't give her no more money, she didn't come back. She promised to let me see the baby, but she didn't.
Sustain.
Slow
I'm
down.
sorry,
Ms.
ma'am.
Rivers, just take a deep breath. So wait until he finishes asking a question before you answer, so you're not talking over each other, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Sheila would pick up the baby every weekend. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Be with the baby every weekend,
Yes, sir.
with you at the house.
At my house. Yes, sir.
And at her house sometimes also?
Yes, sir. Her house too.
So
Yeah.
basically, the schedule was just about every weekend, Sheila and you had Casey.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sheila's relationship with everybody else in that family was what?
I thought it was real good,
That's-
her,
that's good. Yeah.
good.
You remember any of the things that Sheila did for Brooklyn?
Yes, sir.
Would you tell us?
Yes, sir. She gave Brooklyn money each week. And when she didn't, if she didn't have it, I would give it to her to give to her. So I know she gave it to her.
Mhm.
She sent Brooklyn to school. And when Brooklyn got 18, she gave Brooklyn a job. She went and picked Brooklyn up every week and carried her to work, brought her home every
Let me
weekend.
stop you for a second. My understanding is that Brooklyn basically, her last job was working under Sheila.
Yes,
with this
sir.
company that does, okay. Before that, did Brooklyn have jobs?
She had a little job out there in Citronelle because Sheila would pick her up at night and have to carry her sometimes and pick her up from a job. She didn't have no car.
Okay. And that was your daughter Sheila who was doing all that.
Yes, sir.
Do you ever hear Sheila say one negative, nasty word about Brooklyn?
No, sir.
I'm not,
Okay, let me just have council approach her.
This lady needs a good night's sleep, I think.
Did you ever see, while you were involved, how often, again, I don't know the jury's heard this, how often were you and Sheila and Brooklyn together?
I wasn't really never with them. Sheila and Brooklyn was together all the time, but I wasn't with them.
Okay, so mostly it's you and Sheila and Casey.
Right. On the weekend, Brooklyn didn't come up, just a baby.
Okay. And how did you find out about Brooklyn's death?
Sheila called and told me.
Sustained, you may.
I have no further questions.
The state may have some questions, Ms. Rivers, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, good morning, Ms. Rivers.
Good morning.
I think we talked over Zoom the last time you and I talked. Do you remember that?
On the phone?
On the phone? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Just a couple of questions. In that, you told me you hadn't seen Brooklyn in maybe 3 years, except for the weekend before she was killed. Is that right?
Well, it would have been 2 weekends before she was killed then.
Okay, but 3 years before that?
Probably.
And you knew Keith had a gun, did you not?
Objection, Your Honor, it's beyond the scope.
Sustained.
You raised Keith from the time he was a baby, correct?
On and off.
Yes, ma'am. And you raised all her children.
On and off.
In fact, Jack still lives on your property, correct?
Yeah, she do too, though.
Just answer his question, ma'am.
Let me ask you this. Have you been watching court TV yesterday?
I don't know how to get that.
You haven't been watching the trial? Did Brooklyn ever stay at your house besides 2 weeks before?
If she did, I don't remember.
And you said Keith had a temper. Is that what you said? Quick temper?
Quick temper, yeah.
And he would anger easy. Was that well known through the family? Oh, I'm sorry. Quick to anger?
Yeah, he was quick to anger. Mhm.
And you said he threatened people, but he wasn't violent.
He wasn't, we really wouldn't walk up to nobody and just threaten them. You know what I'm saying? He would just talk all the time. If you've got teenagers, you probably know what I'm talking about, how they just go on and on all the time. But you're a lot younger than me, so it don't probably approach you like it do me. Me, 79 years old, 16, 17, and 18, I ain't got that much in common with, you know.
Defense counsel asked about breaking windows and kicking doors in, and you said he did all that?
Well, Miss Sims, Brooklyn's mother, he broke her window, her TV or something. He couldn't even go to Brooklyn's house. He had a restraining order to keep him from going there. He had a restraining order to keep him from going to his dad's and his stepmama's because he said he was going to kill them, so they said. And they put a restraining order in Mobile. You can check the records now for this if you want to. Citronelle Records, Mobile Courthouse. It's on record there. And he threatened them and his stepmama, which she put a restraining order on him. But I never thought he would really kill nobody. Now, I didn't think that.
Now, what about the shooting when he was 14?
I'm sorry.
The shooting when he was 14?
When he was a juvenile?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a juvenile. That's, he had records, ain't it?
Ma'am?
I said, ain't that a record, an image juvenile that's supposed to be brought out here?
Well, I'm just asking.
I don't see the relevance.
Ma'am, let me rule,
Okay.
okay? I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Yes, ma'am. About he had a firearm and there was a shooting, right?
Yes,
When he was a juvenile.
yes.
All right, thank you. That's all I have.
Any redirect, Mr. Ackerman?
You started to say that he was threatening, bellicose, whatever the words are, threatened people, but that he wouldn't follow through.
Right.
And that you never dreamed in a million years.
No. I never thought he would hurt a fly in my mind. No.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right, ma'am, you can step down. Thank you.
I'm sorry for
No,
overtalking.
no, ma'am, you're fine. Mr. Ackerman, your next witness? Everybody still doing okay on the jury? We'll probably do this last witness and we'll take our morning break, okay? So if you raise your right hand for me, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, full truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Go ahead, have a seat, Mr. Schaefer. Keep that loud voice up, and if you would state your first and last name and spell your last name for our court reporter.
Jack Schaefer, SCHAFFER.
You may inquire.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You have your name. What's your date of birth, Jack?
November 22nd, 1992.
How old?
32.
And you married?
Yes.
How long?
Coming up on 3 years now.
Okay. Child?
Yes, sir.
How many?
1.
Residence?
1012 Fairford Road.
And where is that?
That is right behind Thelma's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that on Thelma's property?
It is, yes, sir.
Okay. Family property?
Yes, sir.
Your relationship to Thelma?
She's my grandmother.
Okay. And to Sheila?
She's my mother.
And while you were growing up, where did you live for the most part?
I live with Thelma.
Okay. And do you know the history of that? How that?
From the way it was explained to me, this is way back before I could remember, but when my parents separated, I lived with my grandmother
Okay.
after they're split. And when I got older and was asked where I wanted to live, I chose to live with my grandmother.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have contact with your mother during that growing up stage?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay. And so you grew up, you went to, is that Citronelle?
I went to Chatham, actually. I went to Chatham High School.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that in Citronelle where you grew up?
No, sir.
Whatever area it's close by?
Right, it is,
Okay.
yes.
Went to high school?
Yes.
Got out of high school and did what?
I went to the Army.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how long were you in the Army?
I was,
Sustained.
May we approach that?
You may.
Audio. Wow. That's terrible. Oh, I don't know what they've done to their audio, but that shit. You watch, it'll come back on and it'll blow me eardrums out because I've got it boosted as high as I can. It's like they've only put it on at half strength. Mm. I can't hear a bloody thing. Hang on. Let me try and refresh the page. It might. Now, I've got my eardrums out. Go back to the watch.
Mr. Myers, there was one other thing I thought about last night on the jury instructions, because we aren't going to want the firearm and ammunition to both go back. So we may on 3.13. All right, Ms. Agee, I don't think I placed you under oath today, and you can stay seated, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're
Comfortable?
yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have contact with your mother during that growing up stage?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay. And so you grew up, you went to, is that Citronelle?
I went to Chatham, actually. I went to Chatham High School.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that in Citronelle where you grew up?
No, sir.
Whatever area it's close by?
Right, it is,
Okay.
yes. Sir.
Went to high school?
Yes, sir.
Got out of high school and did what?
I went to the Army.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how long were you in the Army?
I was,
sustained?
Right, can we approach?
May we approach that?
This is where we lost audio. Yep, see, it's done it again. It's not me, it's the court. They're sending the jury out. It's a proffer. That's all I could get. Oh, he's an interrogator in the military. Body language, psychology. He took courses in personal skills and interrogation. Did a foreign language course. Operations and interrogations without a translator. Reading body language. Baseline patterns. This is the proffer, but this court audio is shit. It's outside the presence of the jury. And I think they've got it down on low volume until the jury comes back. That's my guess. I can't hear what he's saying. I think he's putting his argument forward as to what this witness is going to testify to. Yeah, we still going live, don't we? Use live as we is speaking now.
Based on the questioning
There we go.
you just did to testify as an expert, so I'm going to prohibit him from giving that kind of testimony.
Okay, it was to try and determine if he was an expert witness.
Again, how is that relevant?
The jury has to observe and make decisions based on their observations of the text that we've seen, our testimony, and the idea is, this is not extraordinary. This is the way we would discipline. I mean, I think that's the way it is with the judge.
Okay, I disagree, Mr. Ackerman, and that line of questioning is not going to be permitted.
Well, then maybe we should go ahead and get that done right now too.
That's fine.
I don't think
You testified earlier that you were raised by grandma's house.
Yes, sir.
And were you raised by, as far as raised by, disciplined by, spoken to, loved, etc., by your mother and your grandmother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have everyday contact with your mother to the extent that her dealing with you was on a regular basis?
Yes, sir. I saw my mother pretty well every day, if not every other day. Yeah.
Okay. And did you, during the course of your youth, do things that needed discipline?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who would do the disciplining?
It would depend. If my mom was there, she'd do it. If she wasn't, my grandma would do it.
Okay. Did mother strike you physically?
Nothing beyond a spanking.
Okay. So how did mother discipline you?
Typically, crime fits the punishment, I would say. So, or punishment fits the crime. So if it was something small, I may get a talking to. If something big, I might get a spanking. So.
Okay. But now, as far as her telling you, don't do this, whatever, how would she do that? What was the form she used?
Well, for us, it was it was always less formal, I guess you'd say. An example I like to always bring up, and my mom would bring it up to me as well to tell in front of friends, was one time when I said I was going to run away from home. You know, she'd be like, "Okay, well, make sure you go out the door. Stop trying to climb out of my window." You know, things like that. You know, she was real smart with her attitude and had a certain way to speak to you to make you realize what you're doing is stupid.
Okay. And did you see that in the videos that, in the text that you had a chance to observe.
Yes, sir.
That was the August 11th video.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen any of the other videos, texts of the videos?
I saw what was put out by the media and whatever, and I seen what was read at the last court case in November.
Okay. I have no further questions. State has no questions.
Okay. His testimony, I don't believe has any correlation to the text messages that have been admitted into evidence. I don't think his testimony is relevant. It's not analogous, in my opinion, at all to testimony that civilian witnesses may give in a DUI case where they're testifying about observations to bloodshot, watery eyes, slurred speech, somebody being unsteady on their feet. Those are physical observations that they testify to on occasion in DUI cases. And I don't think there's a similarity in this testimony as it is often in DUI prosecution. So again, do not find it's relevant and or admissible. So I'm not going to allow that line of questioning in front of the jury, but it's proffered for the record.
And that includes his personal discipline.
Yes, sir. I don't think that's relevant in any way. Now, those text messages don't address discipline at all.
Nope.
All right, I guess we're ready for the break.
I think it'd be a good time to go ahead and give court staff and counsel a break. And then when we come back, are you going to have any further questions at all for him?
I have to look it over, Judge.
Okay. Well, before we bring the jury back, I'll probably go ahead and do an inquiry of Ms. Agee, as you indicated earlier, she intends to
Yes.
testify. So I'll
Yeah.
do that before we bring the jury back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
But let's go ahead and take a break for all the court staff to about 10:45.
2:09.
To Brooklyn Sims.
No, sir.
We will proceed, Mr. Ackerman.
Thank you. Just a couple of more questions, Shaq. You, I'm saying as you live, excuse me, let me
That's okay.
adjust my testimony is in fact so that you live behind grandma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And would you be a frequent visitor at her house?
Every day.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to see your mother there with Casey?
Yes, sir. Every weekend. My grandmother,
Yep.
My mom would keep her every weekend. She'd come up to my grandmother's house, and I'd always see them together. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have a chance to see them interact?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It was like any loving grandmother-grandchild relationship.
Okay. And that's your mother. What about your grandma?
She loved it the same.
Okay. Are you aware of things your mother did for Brooklyn as far as their relationship?
Yes, sir. From what I know, my mom and Brooklyn were very close. She helped her get jobs. She picked her up, take her to work, pick her up, take her home. She really cared about Brooklyn. They were very close, talk on the phone.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Myers may have some questions for you, sir.
Mr. Shaver,
Yes, sir.
isn't it true you've never seen Brooklyn and your mom interact?
I haven't seen them interact in person maybe once or twice.
Thank you.
Okay. You can step down, sir.
Yes, ma'am. No further questions.
Your next witness, Mr. Ackerman.
Pensacola, Sheila Agee.
All righty. What does she have to say for herself?
Sorry, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Have a seat, Ms. Agee. If you would, do your best to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone and state your name, spell your last name for the court order.
Sheila Agee, Agee.
Sheila Agee, would you ever do anything to hurt, harm, or see harm come to Brooklyn Sims?
No, sir.
What was your relationship with Brooklyn Sims?
Brooklyn was my baby.
Okay. When did you first meet her?
She was, I think she was 15 when I first met her.
Son brought her home one day, something like that? Okay.
Yeah.
They started seeing each other?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take it from there.
For the first couple of times I met Brooke, I asked Keith about the third time I met her. I said, can she talk? Because she was real quiet. I remember
when they come to the house and told me Brooke was pregnant. You know, then
Right, I'm gonna sustain that, and you just need to ask her a question and give her an opportunity to respond.
Okay. Okay, so you met Brooklyn. She was quiet. Did Keith bring her by the house again?
yes, he brought her by, and they and told me she was pregnant, and then they would come stay at the house on the weekends sometimes, and then they moved in with Brooklyn's mom.
Okay, keep going with the history of their relationship.
Okay, and then they had, and then when Casey was born, I think that maybe he stayed there a month or so later, and then they broke up. I don't exactly know why they broke up, but when they broke up, all of a sudden she wasn't his. So, sorry to say he was being a deadbeat dad, but he claimed she wasn't his, but I knew she was.
Okay.
So, at that point, me and Keith stopped talking because he would deny Casey. And at that time, me and Brooklyn became closer. I would go to her mom's and TT's house. Go to her mom's house. I just say TT, Brooklyn's sister. And pick up Casey on the weekends and talk with Aiden. And I became friends with family.
Okay, let's slow down.
Okay.
Take a breath.
I became friends with the family.
Take a breath.
And you know, we planned Casey's first birthday party together.
Okay, let me stop you.
Okay.
Okay, let's back up.
Okay.
Okay, they started dating. Brooklyn became pregnant.
Mhm.
Okay. Did they remain together during the whole course of her pregnancy?
During the course of her pregnancy, yes, but
That, okay. So then she's pregnant, then she has the child.
yes,
They still together.
for a little period. And then I don't know why they broke up.
Well, does there come a time when he thinks he's not the father?
Yes, at that point in time, it's for, I would say, probably a year or a little over a year, that he would do stuff like, if I took Casey to my mom for my mom to watch her for an hour or so, he would do something like take her diaper bag because he claimed he bought the diaper bag. And or take, I remember he took her
It sounds like a right
it's
little
a
shit.
carrier cover that goes over the baby carrier, that little cover seat. And it was so embarrassing that I had to go to Walmart and buy one before I took her back home.
Okay. Would you and Keith have discussions during the course of this period of time regarding his maturity and accepting responsibility for his child?
No, not really, because of the fact that he said I took Brooklyn's side and I was a piece of shit to him. And that as long as I would pick, but as long as I would pick that fucking baby over him, that he didn't have anything for me. So
Okay, let me stop you. Okay. So, and I know this. So the baby comes, he basically goes, he's not thinking the baby is his. Okay. So does eventually he sort of come around a little bit, and why?
I don't know exactly why, but eventually he has a blood test, a DNA test, and it's determined. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, at that point in time, Casey was maybe 16 or 17 months old.
Okay. So during that period of time, who substituted as the father from your side of the family?
Oh, me,
Okay.
from my side of the family.
Okay. And would you buy diapers? Would you buy things like that?
Yeah.
Okay. We heard testimony earlier that you put her through school. What does that mean?
I mean, to say I literally put Brooklyn through school, that's not accurate. Brooklyn decided to remain in school.
Okay. You kept her in school when she wanted to drop out, is that?
But no, we had a discussion, and I told her that do not drop out of school between me, her mama, and TT, that we would find a way that, that she wouldn't have to, because she really didn't want to drop out of school.
Did your relationship, did your feelings towards her grow as the days and months went by?
Of course, my feelings towards her grew, my feelings towards her family grew. I mean, I was there every weekend.
Okay.
Her mom's a great person.
Okay. So you and she became very close?
Yes.
We watched today, we watched the text from one from July 8th, one from a bunch from July 8th, July 28th, and then we went, okay. Did those texts accurately describe your relationship with Keith when taken as a whole? I mean, that typical?
You had to catch Keith on a certain day.
I'm sorry?
You would have to catch Keith on a certain day. His mood depended on the day. If he was in a bad mood that day, it is what it was. If he got a thought in his head that day, it was what it was. If he was in a loving mood that day, it was what it was. And you had to pick and choose to figure out what day that day was.
How to react?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's back up a little bit. Where do you live?
I live at 4370 Fairford Road, about a few miles from my mom.
Okay. How long you live there?
It's a property that my mom bought, and I moved there some years back, and we had to remodel, so I moved in with my mom. So altogether, 7, 8 years,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. And close enough that you frequently visited mom?
Oh, every day.
Every day, especially weekends?
Yeah, if I was at home, yes.
Okay. Talk about this right now.
Get a tissue, Sheila. Gross.
Your mom basically raised Keith. Were you an active participant in that?
Yes, I was there.
Okay.
Probably not as much as I should have been, but yes, I was there.
Okay.
All the time.
And let's go back to Jack. Jack's a Schaefer.
Yes, he had to
So-
live father.
You and Mr. Schaefer married, had Jack.
Yes.
And then what happened there?
We
Just divorced?
just divorced, just young.
Okay. And where did Jack go?
He went to my mom. He
Okay.
stayed with my mom.
Okay. And then there came a time when you got all things squared away in life and you just, and were you close all that time? I mean, you're
Yes.
right there.
Yes.
Were you there to help raise Jack?
Yes, I was going to, I got an apartment, and got Jack and Wallace, and I took him there. And the weekend was fine. And then Sunday, I remember it was Sunday, he looked at me, he said, "Mom," I was like, "I'm ready to go home." And I was like, "What do you mean you're ready to go home?" He was like, "I'm ready to go back to Nanny's."
This was how old?
He was 5 or 6.
Okay.
And so I called my mom. I said, "They want to come home."
Sustained.
Judge is not offered to the truth of the
I
matter.
made my ruling, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I made my ruling.
Okay.
I sustained the objection.
Okay, thank you. So you decided to let him go home.
Yeah, he wanted to go
Home
back
to
to
mom.
let him go back.
Okay. You continue to see him constantly?
Yes,
Okay. All right, so Wallace is already,
yes.
he's really not in the picture these days.
Well,
See him holiday?
yeah, we see him. He stays in Mobile, and he comes up on holidays.
Okay. The videos we watched, I keep saying videos, excuse me, texts we watched, basically, they're from July to August,
Yes, sir.
a couple of a month, 2 months.
Yes, sir.
We see conversations between you and Keith that go on back and forth, forever, it seems. Is that typical when he's in a certain mood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is your key? What are you trying to do when you talk to him? Or when you text with him in these cases?
Like I said, you have to hit a certain button with Keith. So you have to try different tactics with Keith. You have to agree with him or disagree with him, threaten him, beg him, and just kind of see what'll work.
Okay. Keith said a lot of things, negative and positive, about Brooklyn in that second set of texts we saw. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you ever know which way he was going to go?
No, because it changed by the day.
Okay. I mean, we heard him say, apologize for it to me. And this was after he came back positive.
Yes.
And then he's hating her and this, that, and the other and saying all the things that everybody's heard, and they'll have a chance to go over that if they care to. Okay. This typical.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Back to August the 11th.
Yes, sir.
Did you take what he said literally?
No, sir.
He said he was coming.
Yes, sir.
Did you think he was coming?
No, sir. Keith has said a lot of things that he did not follow. He was the type of person that if he told you he was going to do it, typically he didn't do it. But if he would do something, he would sneak and do it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. In these months before August, what was his relationship to Casey? Getting better, getting worse?
It was definitely getting better on his terms. You understand what I'm saying?
On his terms?
Yes. As long as it was on his terms. If he called there and Brooklyn didn't answer, or he couldn't get Miss Sims to answer, they were sorry, low down bitches and this and that and the other. But if they answered, you know, well, Brooklyn's gonna ride with me and I'm gonna do this and we're gonna do that. But as long as it kind of played his way, it wasn't no problems. But if it didn't, it was a problem. And if I didn't jump on the bandwagon, I loved her. I didn't love him. I always put her before him. And which Brooklyn never asked me to put her before him. Brooklyn never got into our relationship.
But you were cognizant of his, I don't know if jealousy is the word, but
Yeah.
his being put out by you always taking her side.
Yes. And I didn't always take her side because it wasn't a side because she didn't do nothing wrong.
Were you cognizant of this during your text between you and him?
I'm sorry.
Were you cognizant? Were you aware of his, whatever that word is, irritation from it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew, I mean, it's even in text that he's like, you always take her side.
When you dealt with him, like we're seeing and hearing on these texts, were you taking that into consideration, into account?
Yes, and probably not as much as I should have. And that's why I would steer everything away from, every time when he would text me something, I would try to steer it away from Brooklyn. And I'd say, well, you're doing this to Casey. You're doing this to Casey, because I kept trying to keep Brooklyn's name out of it, you know. And then when I didn't feel that was working, that's when I kind of tried to steer it towards me.
Okay, we're gonna get there, so hold that thought. I have my notes here. Was Keith an easy child as a young kid?
Up until he was about 13, 14, it was
Okay.
extremely easy.
We've talked about Keith's history a little bit, but you were there, were you there all the time he was growing up, except not as maybe Thelma was, but almost?
Well, he stayed with his dad, so,
Okay.
you know, but
Yeah, tell the jury a little bit about that.
when me and his dad split, he kind of figured, I had called his dad a couple of times and asked him to talk to Keith about certain things, like maybe he was misbehaved or something. And his dad would tell me that he was going to, and then I would think that he did. But then Keith would tell me, Daddy said, you're fucking crazy. Not, you know, that, and I was like, okay, really? And he would kind of try to play us against, me and his dad against each other. And so I guess he felt like he couldn't stay and do what he wanted to with me or my mom, so he went and stayed with his dad for a little while. I'm sorry.
So you're back in early August, you're hearing back and forth from both of them regarding her UTI, her infection, or gonorrhea. You reach a point where you tell them, look, stop it, you guys got to grow up.
Okay, when he started the gonorrhea thing, and there's more texts, I guess, didn't get to come out, because this we got texts from 1 to 2 days. This with Keith goes back years. But whenever he texts me about the gonorrhea thing, I text Brooklyn. Brooklyn went to the doctor, and I mean they don't show that, but she did.
Mhm.
And it come back as a vaginal bacteria. She did not have gonorrhea. I mean, I'm not gonna lie on my baby. She did not have that. And I text that to him. And he's like, oh, my mom, I'm so sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. And I was like, Keith, you tell her you're sorry. You know, you're the one. And he was like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm grow up now. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna be a better person for Casey. And, you know, the bottom line in all aspects was Brooklyn was doing good.
I'm sorry?
Brooklyn was doing good. She was being a mama. It's the best little mom I've ever seen. and this may make me look bad since I'm convicted, I mean, not convicted, but charged with this, but she was a good girl. She didn't bother nobody. She stayed at home. She helped her mom. She helped her sister raise Aiden, which is her nephew. And she kept Casey. And outside me, her mom, or her sister, she didn't leave that baby with nobody unless it was daycare. She had a job or something. She didn't leave that baby with nobody.
And you eventually gave her the job she had. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah.
Tell us what you do for her.
Inventory. We were doing inventory.
Okay. And you've been in that field for how many years on and off?
On and off since 2015, I think.
Give or take 10 years.
Yeah.
And you had risen to the.
Well, I had stopped for a while. When I worked before, it was called RGIS, which they do the same thing. It was just another company. And I had the same job Brooklyn had. I was counting. And then when I reapplied for the job, I reapplied for supervisor. And at that time, WIS had, from my understanding, bought out RGIS. And they were, and that's who we went to work for. Brooklyn had worked at a few jobs. I think she worked at McDonald's for a little while.
Did you get her that job?
No.
Did you carry her back?
I had took her to work and picked her up a couple times. I think she got her own stuff that job, if I'm not mistaken. And she worked at Jack's for a little while, and I think her mother got her that job because her mother managed there. If I'm not mistaken, she was a manager or either the main manager. I'm not sure.
So an opening came up and you.
Well, she went to work at I think it's called Subway in Citronelle. And she called me. Oh, actually, she texted me. That text also in the phone somewhere, and said that her manager was having a problem with her taking off or something. And she said, but I had told her that I needed that time off because I didn't have a babysitter. And she said, she told me, she said, text me and said the manager said that she should have took that into consideration when she hired on because she couldn't make schedules around children. And I texted her back and told her to tell her to shove her damn schedule up her ass, that we did not need her money, that me and Miss Cornelia would, at that time, Miss Cornelia was still working. I said, me and Miss Cornelia would take care of you and Casey until we figure something else out. And then
Sustained. Again, just do your best to answer the question that he asked you.
yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Okay. So the bottom line is she ended up going to work. with you.
Yes, and I told her to put in the application online because that's what we had to do it, and that's what she did.
And you supervise how many people?
20 or 25.
So on the day, well, we have the texts from when we started this morning till the 8th. And then there's nothing until the 11th when we have the gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Okay. So was this in your mind? I mean, are you thinking about it? Is it over?
Okay, at that point in time, after he's apologized, as stated in the text, yeah, he's apologized for it. So at that point in time, okay, well, at first he started on it. Then he was like, after she sent me the picture and I sent it to him, and it's like, it's a UTI, you know. Then he stopped on it. And then he was like, kind of hit on it a little bit again. And then I was like, Keith, here's the picture. It's not. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And then that day is when
That was the end.
Yes.
Did you put it out of your mind?
Yes, until that day, yeah.
Was it just another one of their?
Just another one of his rants.
Okay. So then, August 11th, 10:30, give or take, the text.
Okay, thank you.
And before we get into the actual text, to your knowledge, was Brooklyn seeing anybody?
Not to my knowledge.
And
Not at all.
We heard it in the text. To your knowledge, he was seeing other people.
Yeah, as far as I knew, he was seeing a couple more people. So, but no, if Brooklyn was seeing someone, I didn't know it.
Okay. Did his reactions and everything else seem kind of self-serving and absurd to you?
Oh yeah, because he texted me one day and said, she's at Chuck E. Cheese with somebody else. And I'm like, who's at Chuck E. Cheese with somebody else? And he was like, her mama's got Casey and she's at Chuck E. Cheese with somebody else. I was like,
I've sent it.
and I had just talked to her. Brooklyn's getting her hair done somewhere.
My question is, did it come to the point where you thought, God, this is absurd? This is
All the time.
I added it to my last message before the bear. You have to scroll up. You won't let me copy and paste it.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a feel for things up to this point. You're dealing with Keith every day, every other day, every week, and dealing with his stuff, correct? Now, you testified something that I want the jury to understand. There was a period of time where you and he didn't even speak,
For months. For months.
and that was during the period of time where he was denying.
Casey.
Okay, okay.
No, it's all good.
All right, can we start? Okay, now what I'm going to do, we're going to read each text as it comes up.
Yes, sir.
We may get somewhat repetitive, but
Oh,
I want the
Lord.
jury to
Really?
understand from your
I'm going to
perspective
have to speed this up. This is
what's happening here.
Yes, sir.
okay?
like pulling
Remember,
teeth.
this is,
Arc.
I guess it's what, 10:30 in the morning?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing at 10:30 in the morning?
Working.
Supervising 20, 25
Yes.
people? Busy?
Yes, sir.
All right, first text comes in. I don't see it. Okay, next text. Okay. She gave you gonorrhea. You think I'll football, keep going to the, okay? And then you respond, no, I don't believe you're lying. That's what you say, I don't have no reason to think you're lying.
I'm brushing, okay, whatever, yeah, okay, I know I'm thinking on.
And then, yes, I'll get her tomorrow. So you're answering the second part of this question, I'll get her tomorrow.
No, I'm going to have, sorry. Well, music by Brian.
Yes. And then him, okay.
Just want to object to counsel testifying. Sustain the objection. If you want to ask her questions about the text, I'm certainly permitted to do that.
I'm just trying to move us along. So will you read this text back?
Y'all coming back this evening?
What did you say?
I said, yep.
Okay. And what did he say?
He said, okay, I'll be waiting on y'all in Citro. That bitch, uh, something, call the law because ain't no way she gonna do me low down.
Okay, stop right, what is it? Let me look, I'll keep going.
Then tried to flip on me and be able to ride to work with you and get a job from you. That's the only reason the bitch lied to me, but I got something for that.
Stop right, what are you thinking at this point?
Here we go again.
When the, back down. I got something, okay. What do you respond?
I said, you're gonna get in trouble, but that's up to you.
Why do you say it that way?
Cause I'm just, it's up to you, you're gonna get in trouble because it's always with him. It's up and
Well, today is 2 a.m. for me on Sunday morning, the 10th. So once this is done, I'm heading to bed. But I am going to the market with Tanya, who is also after the facts. So, yes, it'll be a short sleep and then an afternoon nap this afternoon, no doubt. But that's my plans.
yeah, always me.
What are you doing?
Please keep going. Yeah, can you read the next one?
Trouble,
Next one.
prison, but hey, that's my choice, just like it is for you to continue to pick her up. I ain't saying fire her or something, but let that dirty bitch find her own ride to that motherfucker.
What's your relationship to him bringing up, you're taking her side again? What goes through your mind?
I'm like, okay, so at this point, it's like he's like, I'm always taking her side. I said, so now I'm gonna try to take his side for him, try to get him away from the situation, try to diffuse the situation best way I can, or that I think I can.
Keep going.
If she called the law, but I ain't saying nothing, but I gave her a job for Casey. And
It seems somebody doesn't know you, that you're saying Casey's important. That's all that's important.
no, that's what I'm trying to get to him. Casey's important. I don't want, because I know Brooklyn is not meaning anything to him, so I'm trying to get Casey out there.
Are you trying to get to him?
Yeah, through
See
Casey.
the light?
Yes, through Casey.
One at a time. They can't
I'm sorry.
talk over each other because he's got to take everything down. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Are you trying to get to him to see the light through Casey?
Yes,
Why
sir.
don't you keep reading up, because we've got one more here. Why do you use Casey for the most part?
Because I'm hoping that'll calm him down.
At any time here, are you thinking this is anything other than the normal stuff you put up with?
No.
That it's not the normal. Is it?
It is the normal, is what I'm saying.
Next step, he said.
Fuck that, I got Casey. That bitch don't need shit from sus. From, I think, because he retexted again, I think it was us, but fuck that, I got Casey. This bitch don't need shit from us.
Okay, and then you said.
And I have to give her a ride. She's not the only person that rides with me. Another girl from Central Mail rides with me too. I'm sorry. I have to give her a ride. She's not the only person that rides with me. Another girl from Central Mail rides with me too.
Why are you getting in these other people?
to let, and I don't want him to think that I'm putting Brooklyn back in the situation. I'm adding other people, so, you know,
Okay. And I know you're going to be repeating yourself.
it's fine.
But he says,
Have to?
you say,
I don't own this car. I have to transport them to work. Have to. He said, but where the rest of your crew meet you? I said, I picked them up, and I should have been in Citronelle. Anybody that live up there, I have to pick them up there. Her and baby doll, I pick up in Citronelle.
That's my normal
I
day,
pick up,
unless
my
I'm
house.
researching.
but I'm not telling you not to be in Citronelle. That's up to you.
he's talking about coming, you know, he's asking you when you're going to come home. Thought process at this point, I'm not telling you to come to Citronelle, it's up to you.
Because Keith threatened to rant. So
If you said, come to Citronelle, so you're right, you need to confront her, all that stuff. What? Strike that question. What are you trying to do with him?
at this point in time, I'm not taking anything serious. I'm really not trying to do too much with him right now.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm tired.
Shit ain't do nothing. Shit.
I'm tired.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired of being treated like a bitch when I do right. Fuck that fuck my job, and I don't even care about jail no more. I can't take this shit daily. Just tell me before y'all come.
What do you say?
No, I'm not going to help you get in trouble.
What do you mean?
I'm just,
Just what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And he says,
shit ain't do nothing but cost me money. It gave me a disease. I'm finna just shoot her. I know I hate that for Casey, bro. But like I said, I can't take it. I don't give a fuck no more.
oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then you say,
Okay,
and then he says,
so protect her.
meaning,
We taking Brooklyn side again.
and you say,
I said, I'll call you and tell you, motherfucker, if you want to go to jail. I'll tell you when we get close, but if you don't come killing, you're a motherfucking bitch.
what do you mean?
He had just called himself a bitch earlier. And I'm at this point right now, I'm sick of Keith. I'm sick of Keith. And
I'm sorry.
I'm sick of Keith. Okay. At this point, I say, okay, now I'm not working to be on, you're not letting me be on, he's wanting to say that I'm on Brooklyn side all the time. So now it's okay, let me try to take your side for a minute. I'm doing this. I'm trying to see what is going to stop him. You know, because there's no certain combination with Keith.
For 1 second, did you mean literally go kill her?
No, I wasn't even going to call him when I got to Chanel.
Yes.
I wasn't even going to call him when I got to Chanel.
This was the state's opening statement.
Yeah.
All right? That you had in your mind, they had to kill.
No.
Anything close to that?
Never.
I think is that the next?
She gave me a motherfucking disease. I lost money and my freedom multiple times due to this line hole, but still in every situation, you make sure it turned out better.
Slow down.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
She gave me a motherfucking disease. I done lost money and my freedom multiple times due to this line hole, but still in every situation, you make sure it turned out better for her. Like it's nothing you can do for me. And then he said, yes, that's all I asked. Yeah, and you're right. I'm a whole ass bitch. I'll never speak on this type of shit again. I promise.
That's all from him.
Yeah, at this point, I think he's
Go
de-escalating.
back a little bit. This whole thing here, she gave me an lost my freedom, all that stuff. It's kind of escalating.
And then then 3 texts let down, it's de-escalating. He's like, I'm not gonna speak on it no more.
That's it.
You're right. I'm a whole ass bitch and I'll never speak on any type of shit like this again.
What is that? When he says that, what do you think?
I'm thinking, okay, so he's gonna drop. He's done with it.
He's,
Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, so he's not gonna speak on it again.
there's no response from you.
And right, and he was like, on Casey's live. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak on it again on Casey's live. And I was like,
One at a time.
Okay, did you read that on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, go a little faster.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay, then there's an I.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you.
I said, okay, that's fine. You're the one to have to leave your baby and go to prison and have her hate you. You ain't hurting Brooklyn. She'll be dead, so no problems for her.
Miss Agee, just slow down, okay?
Only person you're hurting is you and Casey. She will be lost her mama and her daddy, and you won't ever get to touch your daughter again. But I swear, I don't care because I'm not going to jail.
So you just told him the other thing, if you don't kill her, this, that, and the other, but what are you telling him here? What's the message you're trying to get across?
That you're going to hurt Casey. You're going to jail. Her mom, she's not going to have her mama or her daddy.
Are you crazy? Something
Haven't
else?
been for ages.
That's
What
what
do you say? Like, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, he says,
I'm okay with that. And he said, I can't take no more. Don't nobody help me. I'm tired. I ain't got shit to live for. No way I'm going to jail.
you know, it's funny, he says that. Do you recall the text this morning where you tell him, you got a good life, you got a good child, you got a good job, you got everything going for you, and you got a great meeting? What was that?
He had just telling him he's got all these things going for him.
All right,
Yeah.
based on his movie
Yeah.
background. And here you are trying to tell it to him again, and this is a couple of days later, correct?
Yes.
And he's back, my life stinks, I thought he would.
Right.
Is this what you deal with constantly from?
Yes. And then he said, Sidro gonna shoot me because I'm sure gonna blow at them. This been a long time coming.
What does that sound like to you?
That he's gonna shoot at the police.
What's the word? Does it sound like he wants to take his own life?
Yeah, he said he didn't have nothing to live for anymore.
Where does that come from? Do you know?
No, sir, it's just he.
Please speak up.
I said, okay, well, you ain't hurting nobody but Casey, but I'm sure you're okay with that. I said, but I'm good with it. He said, okay. I said, somebody will take care of Casey. And he said, I'm just about to leave work, so I'll be off. And I said, that's up to you.
Again, tell the jury what's going on.
At this point, I'm thinking, okay, so I don't know if he's gonna go shoot at the police or what he's gonna do. And so I was like, okay, so now I need to try to jump on his side again because I'm back over, try to push another button to see what I connect with it.
Right.
I said, oh no, he said, yeah, I know, she's good. I said, don't call Nanny and tell her she would try to talk you out of it.
What was that saying?
I didn't want him calling my mama first, aggravating her. My mom is older, at that time, 77 years old. And also I was gonna call my mama myself. I checked the call logs, I called her myself. But I was, at that time, I'm letting him think I'm on his side.
By the way, did you call your mother during all this?
Yes.
Was that a serious statement about calling her?
No, I was called her.
Were you afraid that your mother was talking about it?
No, I knew he wasn't even calling. I'm just playing on his side right now.
All right, please keep going.
I ain't even gonna tell her why I left. I'm just say I gotta go to the dentist. And see, and at this time, I think he's lying again because I know he didn't tell mama he's going to no dentist. Because when I talked to mama, she didn't say anything about going to the dentist. I said, well, don't even go there. She won't know you left. I said, and don't shoot my car. Don't shoot my motherfucking car. I don't want to die.
What is that?
Being sarcastic.
Were you worried that he was going to be shooting at the car?
I wasn't worried about shooting at nobody. I wasn't worried that he was going to shoot nobody. I mean, especially not at me, or I didn't think he would shoot Brooklyn. Believe this or not, I don't know why or what flipped him, but Keith loved Brooklyn or acted as he did, or so I thought he did.
Well, I mean, I think you said you were being sarcastic. I mean, were you serious about that?
No.
When you said that, were you picturing him opening fire on the car?
No.
Were you picturing him, well, don't shoot the other, drag me out of there because I don't want to get killed. Were you thinking you were going to get killed?
No.
Were you thinking you were in harm's way?
No, definitely not.
Was the purpose of that to get him to start thinking
Yes.
about how foolish he is?
Yes.
Keep going.
He said, I was going to wait till she got out. I said, okay. He said, but that's another thing. If she don't get out, mama, I'm going to drag her out. Or Kate, I'm going to ask you to step out because I'm going to open the door and just shoot her.
Did you think this was serious?
No. Why, no.
And then you followed it up.
I said, hell, if you're getting off work, I'll give the address. You right over here and do it so you don't have to do it in front of Casey.
Again, trying to.
At that point in time, like I said, he said he was going to Citronelle and shoot at the police and this and that and the other. I said, so let me keep him out of Citronelle. I definitely didn't want him bothering Miss Sims, Miss Cornelia, which is Brooklyn's mother. And yet I'm just,
Did you take him seriously?
no, I never thought Keith would do nothing like that. And I don't think anybody else that knows Keith thought that he would shoot Brooklyn.
What we're trying to do here is articulate to the jury. So when you answer, I mean, the point is, we want them to know exactly what was going on and what you were thinking.
And he said, send it to me, talking about the address.
I'm sorry, how did you can hardly hear you. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I read that one.
Okay, next one.
I said, we just in Pensacola. And he's like, I'm on the way, send it. And I was like, hold up, let me get it. Erase the text because I don't want nobody to know I was texting your stupid ass.
Meaning,
Meaning this looks stupid. Me and you both look stupid right now.
keep going.
He said, I already deleted mine. Trust me, I ain't gonna say shit about us even talking today. And I said, don't act like you love Casey because you don't give a fuck about that little girl. You love you and you alone. Trying to let him know that you're doing this is stupid. I mean, you're not thinking. He said, I love all my heart. It's that bitch you don't care about her. I said, you don't love her. You're willing to leave her alone because you mad at a bitch. That's not love, son.
What are you trying to do there?
Show him that he's doing stupid. He's being stupid. He said, if she did, she wouldn't act that way about me trying to get her knowing she acting because she fucked me over and wants everybody to be on her side like she ain't do nothing. And he said, I'm not mad at a bitch. I hate every motherfucking body.
What are you thinking then?
He's losing his mind.
I'm sorry.
He's losing his mind.
I mean, it's now no longer her, it's everybody.
Yeah, now it's everybody.
Again, notwithstanding that you think he's losing his mind, is this typical of him?
Yes, it is typical, but he rants. He rants.
So when you say losing his mind,
Well, that's
One at a time.
figure of speech. He's acting stupid again.
Amen.
He said, don't nobody help me. The only people ever seem like they will do for me or ride or take up for me is Jaden and Emmanuel and Casey.
Who's Jaden and Emmanuel?
Jaden and Emmanuel is two friends of his. And he said, I'm coming through Marco. What's the address? I said, you're willing to leave her at the mercy?
Why didn't you give him the address right there?
Because I'm trying to get him to see what's going on. I said, you're willing to leave her at the mercy of the world to possibly be raped, abused, neglected, and God knows what, because you didn't put on a rubber. You're going to make her suffer for something she had no control over. But you love her? Okay.
Stop right there. Again, what is that?
Trying to make him see that he's being stupid.
Are you right now trying to get him to go kill Brooklyn?
I've never tried to get him to kill Brooklyn.
Ever?
Ever. I love
Do
Brooklyn.
you think he's serious?
No.
Do you think he's coming?
No.
Keep going.
I said, I'm getting it. Give me a minute. I'm on lunch. He said, Brooklyn knew what was coming behind lying to me. She knew I was going to kill her. So if she okay with this shit, I am too. I said, regardless of who knew, Casey didn't know.
Casey being
The baby.
trying to.
Keep throwing Casey up to try to calm him down. He said, I put my faith in Jay. At least he will do something to a motherfucker that fucked with Casey. Him, Emmanuel, the only ones I believe will. I said, you put your faith in somebody about your fucking baby? He said, hell, you wasn't preaching to Brooklyn about her choices. Shit, this her fault. Every action gets a reaction. So if somebody is okay with what she's doing, then they should be with what I am.
Who's that somebody?
I don't know. Other than he's saying if I'm okay with everything Brooklyn does, I should be okay with what he does. He always thinks I'm taking up for Brooklyn. And then he repeats the same text again. And I said, it's not Casey's fault. I said, it's not Casey's fault. It's all I know. Don't really give a fuck what you and Brooklyn both know. What y'all's fault are hers for giving it to you and you for not wearing a condom. And he said, her mama should have raised her better or told her better. I don't feel guilt behind that. I feel way worse letting this BS continue. I don't blame Casey for nothing. I said, you don't blame her, but you're willing to put her at risk over it.
Again, what are you trying to do?
Trying to use Casey to defuse the situation. He said that bitch could have told the truth though. It wouldn't have been so bad if she would have owned up to it. Just being real, bro. I'm tired of her trying to fuck over me, then play like I'm overreacting or crazy. I can show a motherfucker what crazy is. And he says address ? I said, like I said, you don't give a fuck about that baby. I'm gonna get you the address when I get back. And you are showing nobody
Slow
nothing.
down.
I'm sorry. And you ain't showing nobody nothing except you got mental issues. Because you're willing to give up your life and your baby daughter's life and hurt your family over a bit. But don't worry. I will make sure she knows Brooklyn gave you something that you had to take a shot for, but that you didn't love her enough to give a fuck about what happened to her, that she wasn't enough for you. Maybe she should have meant more to you, and then her mama and daddy would still be here. She wasn't important enough, and you just had to prove a point. I promise you, I'll remind her of that for the rest of her life.
What is this?
To let him know that to calm him, telling him if you do, I'm gonna remind Casey of everything you're doing for the rest of her life. I'm gonna tell her what you're doing.
Did you think that was pretty strong stuff?
I thought it was. I said, but she'll probably end up committing suicide and she will be with y'all anyway. And give me 10 minutes and I'll give you the address. You ain't even close.
So, again, she'll end up committing suicide. You're trying to do what?
To defuse him, using Casey to defuse him.
And then you say, give me 10 minutes, I'm gonna get you the address. Is that so that he can come and kill her?
No, I'm still trying to get him to change, see what's going on.
Now, again, do you think he's gonna come?
No, never in a million years.
And you think if he comes, that he would ever in a million years?
Shoot Brooklyn? Inside of a Home Depot? No, anywhere. I don't think.
Go ahead.
And then in front of people, drive all the way over there. And at this point in time, I'm thinking he's at work. I'm still thinking he's at work.
Is that partially because of what you know of Keith and partially because of what you know about?
Yes.
I think someone, no, we'll get back. So, please keep going.
I ain't talking about her mama. I'm talking about her daddy. And you just confirmed that you don't care about her.
Again, what were we saying?
Yes.
Excuse me. If she meant more to her mama, maybe this wouldn't happen, is what she said.
Yes.
And then you come back,
I'm not talking about her mama. I was talking about her daddy.
leave Brooklyn out of this.
Yeah.
It's you.
Brooklyn knows what I do. I done shot at motherfuckers in front of the police and got away. And she still lied. She must not give a fuck about Casey or her life. I do, but you ain't gonna listen no way. You ain't in my position. So it's easy to say bullshit.
I mean, he's getting very, very me.
It's always about self. He's threatened to kill his dad and his stepmom because at this point in time, he was taking up for Brooklyn. when that occurred. I was giving that because
Is that,
his dad didn't like Brooklyn. He thought he could do better. And he told Keith he thought he could do better.
keep going.
He said, I'm pretty sure, wait a minute, I know I ain't gonna do nothing to take Casey from me because I love her, I know that. And he said, I'm pretty sure you ain't, cause you ain't gotta do nothing right now. So again, like I said, easy to say when you don't do shit. I said, who don't do shit? Who the fuck think you think helps take care of the baby? And he said, I'm getting on the interstate now. I said, okay. He said, take care, motherfucker, you take care of Brooklyn. And I said, did you just call me a motherfucker? He said, you don't even like to go pick up Casey. Sometimes worried about a damn nigga, sell that dream to somewhere else. I said, I can't wait to get back to that store so I can give you the address because you're going to have to shoot me today. I done told you about cussing me.
What's going on here?
I see now that nothing I really say about Casey even helping. So now I'm going to turn everything. Now it's me and you. It's not about Brooklyn anymore. It's not about Casey anymore. Now it's about me and you. So.
Were you angry at him for saying?
Yes. I mean, it's not nothing he had said before, but it was disrespectful.
So you've heard that before.
Yes.
It makes you angry. You just spend all
Yeah.
this time.
But doing everything I could do.
One at a time. One at a time for the court order, please.
Sorry.
So this is the response.
Mhm.
You have to shoot me. Is that? Yeah. Shoot me. I mean, what are you trying to say?
That if you come over here, it's going to be me that you have to see. Not, but I'm still not thinking he's coming over here. Over there.
Reality?
Yeah.
Right.
All I want is the address, Mama. I'm done talking. All I want is the address, Mama. I'm done talking. I done talked enough. It's what's gonna happen, and I'm okay with that. I done already been thinking it through, and this the only way for me. I don't know why you're so quick to start shit with me, bruh. Again, must be scared of Brooklyn or something. I don't know.
At any time here, does he indicate, do you indicate that your partners in this endeavor that he is reading about or maybe doing or whatever?
No.
Keep going.
I promise I'm headed back to get it to you and give it to you because I done told you about cussing me. I'm tired. I know I told you you don't have to respect me, but you're not gonna disrespect me.
Again, going on, that they have to shoot.
He said, you disrespecting me, trying to tell me if I love my child or not. That's your problem. You don't see this shit, bro. But again, I think it's a woman thing. She gonna be on the floor, right? And I seen him, the address where I was at.
Maybe this has nothing to do with us. Here we go.
He said, 45 minutes away.
There's something on.
After he put a question mark on, she gonna be on the floor, right?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And I told him, I'm waiting on you.
Waiting on him for what?
I'm waiting on him to come. If you're gonna come, you come to see me, so I'm waiting on you.
Waiting on him to come see, hopefully kill Brooklyn.
No, I told him, you're gonna have to shoot me. I didn't say you're gonna shoot Brooklyn, I said you're gonna shoot me.
Keep going.
He said, I'm saying I'm not gonna have to find her in the back or something, then question mark. I said, nope.
Okay, excuse me, let's go back on that again. I think you read it all.
I'm saying I'm gonna have to find her in the back or something. I said, nope. He said, okay. I said, but just know I'm the first motherfucker you'll see. But I haven't even told you we're coming, so you good. But you're gonna see me for cussing me.
So is this about cussing you, or is this about him being dissuaded from hurting Brooklyn?
I'm letting him know he's gonna see me, not Brooklyn. I gotta keep Brooklyn. I'm trying to keep Brooklyn out of this mindset.
You think he's coming?
No.
Let it be.
Let it be after the end. I said, no, I'm coming out. She will be in. She won't even know nothing. He said, I'm not studying you right now. So sure. I don't exactly know what IDM means. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna show you today what it means to love your child. You will understand when you're chilling with your daughter one day.
What do you mean by that?
That I'm gonna stand in the gap. When this is all over, I mean, you gotta come and see me. You're not gonna see Brooklyn. And then when this is all over, you're gonna thank me when you calm down. You're gonna thank me when you're chilling with your daughter.
Next.
He said, stay out of my way. I said, I am. He said, only warning I'm give you. I'm not studying you. You never help me. Always hindering me is what you do. And stay out of my way for once. Don't help Brooklyn. If you want to show me something, you can do that after I'm done with her. I don't have no problem with that. I said, only warning you giving me, LOL, bitch. Brooklyn might be scared of you, but I'm not. I ain't.
Go back to that. Only warning I'm giving you, I'm not studying you. You never help. Always hindering me is what you don't say. Stay out of my way for once. Don't help Brooklyn. Does that sound like you and he are partnership?
No,
Does it sound like he thinks you want to help him hurt Brooklyn?
No, he's telling me at that point in time, with Keith's mindset, that's the only one that he's gonna get me. That he wish now he's gonna shoot me if I don't get out this way. Not to help Brooklyn. He says the only warning I'm giving you.
And then you said,
I said, only one you're giving me, Brooklyn might be scared of you, but I ain't. And he said, I don't expect you to be. And I said, come on. He said, you probably don't call the police to that girl. I said, I swear to God, I ain't told her nothing about you. I said,
why would you say?
because I don't want him to think I'm taking Brooklyn's side, because he's saying, I'm always take her side. I'm trying to keep Brooklyn out of this. This is about me and you now. Now you're threatening me. You're saying the only warning you're going to give me, now you're going to shoot me. So this is just me and you now.
Keep going.
I said, but I hope you ain't stupid enough to think you ain't going to jail, because that's definitely where you're going.
Obvious, go ahead.
He said, oh, no, jail or dead, one of the two. I said, yeah, that way. I said, probably best. No, it was a like, yeah. I said, probably best because something wrong with you. You don't need to be around Casey or Kanye, my daughter. He said, something wrong with you. That must be why you don't take care of Kanye.
Oh.
I said, I wouldn't hurt her. You're stupid. Oh, I skipped one phone. He said, oh. I said, I wouldn't hurt her. You stupid. He said, LOL, man, get off my phone. All I need was the address. Leave me alone. Finish your day's work. And you is too. I forgot. Just me. And I don't really. I said, bet I ain't stupid as you. Come on, dummy. He said, yeah, fuck me though. Point proven. Thank you. I always knew I wasn't tripping. You fucking retarded. He said, you called the police. I said, you trying to say I called the law? I said, oh God, I ain't called nobody. Because he'd already said he was gonna shoot at the police. So I didn't want him to come. If he came, which I didn't think he was, I don't want him to start shooting at no police. Then I'm figuring he's gonna be dead.
Again, at this point, you think he's coming?
No. Because I had already told him, if you come, you got to see me, not Brooklyn. I'm telling him, Brooklyn's going to be inside. I'm coming outside. I'm going to be outside. So you got to see me.
So in the back of your mind, is it not possible? You don't think he's coming, but is it possible he may?
I'm not trying to be funny, but Mr. Akron, but it's possible this roof will fall in.
You think it was that unlikely?
Yes. He said, you wouldn't be testing me still if you didn't laugh at my ass off any other time you leave me the fuck alone. I said, if I called the law or told her anything, I hope Kaya never take another breath.
How did you be so sure?
Okay. This is gonna sound strange to probably everybody that's not from where I'm from. We're from the country. I mean, I live in the woods. We don't have no red lights. We don't have stop signs. We got one convenience store and it's also a restaurant. I mean, we live and we say stuff like, swear to God, I hope God kill me. I swear on my baby's life. I swear on my mama's life. It's a slang for us, to like maybe get a point across. Not saying that, like our biggest high school, because I've heard some girls here say the school was like a 8A school or 9A school. Our biggest high school is a 2A school, and that's from 7th to 12th grade.
Here's the question I'm asking you is, at the same time, what was going on? Are you still trying to mollify him?
Yes. And I said, I'm laughing at you because you're stupid enough to give up your whole life for a bitch that don't even want you.
Obvious what that is.
Yes. He said, I ain't never in my life saw a mama that don't do shit for their son, but love to want to start with them. Like, you so crazy, it's funny. I said, okay, whatever. Bye. He said, I don't want her either. The fuck? I said, yeah, right. Bye.
What are you trying to do at this point?
I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get over it now. Now I'm done with you. If you're coming, you're gonna see me. I'm not gonna do this anymore with you. I told if you're coming, you come to see me. I'm not gonna keep doing this with you.
You think it's any point to go any further?
No.
Find out this way?
No.
At this point, do you think he's coming?
No.
Keep going.
LMAOO, I ain't like you. This about respect. You so fucking sorry. You think I want her. No, you wrong. I want to see Casey. That dirty hoe don't mean nothing to me. I don't care about hoes like you care about niggas. You put them for your own child. That ain't me. I'm killing over mine. You just dicked out. You think that. I said, no. You're going to learn. She will be dead. She ain't going to learn shit. You done, motherfucker. I thought I talked to you. If you want to hurt a person, you don't hurt them because they're dead. They have no worries. You take what they love. He said, that hoe don't love shit but herself.
Does that make sense? Even with what you said, his response?
I said, no.
This is-
Yeah. I said, you ain't kidding over yours because she don't keep that baby from you.
Again, what are you trying to tell him?
He's wanting to say that Brooklyn like withholding Casey, but she didn't. She never told it. To my knowledge.
So you remind him.
Yeah, to my knowledge, she's never told
You
him.
had the baby every week.
Mhm.
And he could see the baby anytime he wanted through you.
I mean, not even through me. He could go get her. They never denied him getting that baby. So that last thought of her knowing she fucked and the regret in her face would be enough to satisfy me. I don't give a fuck what she sees when she dead. Yes, the fuck she do. How the fuck I'm pick her up when you're sorry ass trying to gamble or hang out in Jackson and she don't pick up the phone. Now he's mad at me.
Poke my eyes out.
No, that ain't even gonna fly. She just died before I let that continue. I said, okay, whatever. I don't care. what you do, because I'm going home today, not hell or jail. He said, good for you. I said, okay, then stop texting me. I'm working. Do whatever you want to do. It don't affect me the fucking way.
Uh-huh.
Go kill her.
No, I would never tell him to go kill her. Why? Brooklyn hasn't done anything. Brooklyn has never.
Sustained. There's not a question that's been posed.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. I don't want to beat a dead horse. We've gone over every one of these texts. Is there anything in any of these texts that you said to encourage him, motivate him, or do anything to come harm Brooklyn?
I would never do that. I would never want Brooklyn home.
Notwithstanding this, how it sounds, does it sound like other conversations you've had?
Yes.
Based on all of your experience with him over the years, the way you've disciplined him, the way you've tried to make sense to him, and you've told that to the jury. Listening to these words, is this normal for you to do?
It's normal. All the time we've done this. Never in a million years would I thought my child would take the life of his baby's mother. That is horrific. That is, yeah. And I know these, if the texts are not, if the texts were admitted from 6 months ago, a year ago, between me, him, me, Brooklyn, him, Brooklyn, a year ago, you could see that Keith has always done this type of stuff, but never in a million years. Keith done what Keith done, and I hate that. But if I could, I would trade places with Brooklyn right now, because my child took her life. My child took her life. And she didn't deserve that. And her mother didn't deserve that. TT didn't deserve that. Aiden didn't deserve that. And Casey didn't deserve that. If I could change this, I would change it. Because Brooklyn was, nobody's perfect, but she was so fucking close. She was a sweetheart. And I would give up my life to have her back.
Sustained. Sustained. There's not a question. This is narrative again.
Could you compose? I have no further questions at this time.
You ready to proceed, or would you like to go ahead and take a break?
Very lengthy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know the court's lunch plans, but
I was gonna see if we have lunches here. We don't yet? Okay, I expect we'll be here any moment, so we can go ahead and take our lunch break and let you conduct your cross-examination when we get back. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be in recess for lunch. I expect we'll be here any minute. So this will be a longer break. Again, you cannot discuss the case. If you want to go outside, let the deputy know, and we'll be in recess until after lunch. Go
All
ahead
right,
and
so
put this over.
4:45, they come back. All right, there. Oh, look at that. How's that good for timing?
Ms. Agee, just remember to speak slowly and wait for Mr. Ackerman to ask this question before you start answering. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is cross-exam, I think. Oh, God, it's cold. Oh, oh. Come on. Oh, turn up.
Please be seated. Did y'all have a nice lunch today? Yes, it looks like the rain's back, so I'm not sure if y'all stepped outside. It looked like it was coming down pretty good. And again, everybody's continued to abide by the rule, correct? We haven't yet discussed the case. Everybody ready to proceed? Okay. I think Mr. Ackerman has a few more questions for Ms. Agee.
Thank you.
You may inquire.
Ms. Agee,
Yes, sir.
you've watched the testimony here
Oh,
today.
yeah.
There was a video they showed. It was about a 30, whatever it was, minute long video of you at the store walking back and forth, and then in particular up front, back and forth. You
Yes,
remember that?
Yes, sir.
Why were you walking back and forth up front?
I didn't think Keith was coming, but to be on the safe side, I had told him to come see me. So just in case he did come, I wanted to be the first person. When I told him I would be the first person he'd seen, I was going to be the person he contacted. That's why I was in front of the store.
And were you there for the time you thought he'd be arriving?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you walking back and forth waiting for him?
Yes, sir.
This is
Page 248. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that your, I mean, take a look at that picture. What were you thinking when that picture was taken?
If that boy comes here, I'm gonna beat his ass.
May I promise this? I should be.
You may.
You'll put this in the picture on the phone. You'll get a copy of the, look at this back. That's the expression you have.
Yeah, I was upset. I was mad.
You left, why?
I left.
You left, you were walking back and
Oh,
forth.
I stayed after the time that he said, and then I was like, "Well, he ain't coming." I never thought he was coming to begin with, but after I stayed there for a while, I said, he ain't coming. So
Okay. During the course of this 2 hours on the 11th, the texting back and forth, you told him, oh no, she doesn't know you're coming on, again, we know why. Hope we know why. Did you ever tell her that did she know that he was texting you and what he was saying?
yes, she knew that he was texting me. 'Cause
How?
I told her, I said, crazy's text, and she knew who I was talking about. And whenever we got in the car, I just passed her the phone. She read the text, handed it back to me and said, your child's got issues. I said, you telling me?
Did she act like she was afraid or scared or concerned?
No, I don't, Brooklyn didn't think he was, she knows how Keith was,
Okay.
how he blustered and done that. He's done that to her before.
Okay. State's opening. We went through all this, and then at 1:59 p.m., the detectives discovered, well, in other words, did you erase your phone? The text.
Yes, I did. Whenever this incident happened, and Keith ran out of the store, and I got outside, you can check my call log. I tried to call Keith 3 times to tell him to stop and turn his stuff in, but there was no answer. It actually went to voicemail all 3 times. And then a few minutes later, I was going to text Keith to stop and turn his stuff in. And I was so mad because I had Keith saved in my phone as my baby. And when I looked down at that text and seen my baby, I said, no, you killed my baby. And on the iPhone, I don't know about now, but used to on the iPhone, you just swipe your text away. And when I said, no, you killed my baby, and I just got mad and just swiped it. I mean, it wasn't like I erased those messages of text. It's like I erased every text me and him has ever texted in our whole life. At that time, I wasn't thinking I had done anything wrong. I was just mad because of the situation that happened.
And you just said it, let me ask you, but did you erase it because you thought you had done something wrong?
No, sir.
I have no further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Agee, you just said that you didn't think he would show, but if he did, you were there to beat his ass.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that boy did show up and you didn't beat his ass, did you?
No, ma'am, I didn't see him.
Tell this jury, when you warned Brooklyn that she might be in harm's way,
When we were going to lunch, I passed her the phone and I let her read the text.
what text?
The text that me and Keith had sent back and forth.
You and Keith have matching tattoos, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
And Keith in your phone is listed as my baby.
Yeah, I just said that, yes.
And you said in the text messages that the jurors heard this morning that Keith will always be your baby, correct?
Yes, he's my child, yes.
And you also said in those text messages that you like Brooklyn, but you love Keith.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
She said she likes Brooklyn,
Mhm.
but she loves Keith.
I told Keith that, he's mad.
My question was,
Yes or no,
Yes,
ma'am?
yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, yes,
Is it yes or no
Yes,
question?
yes, yes.
Mr. Ackman, please do not interrupt.
yes,
and in those text messages, you said you would do anything for Keith because he is your child, correct?
I said anything that I could.
Anything that you could,
Right.
like send an address, right?
No, not like that.
So Mr. Ackerman was talking to you about your different tactics depending on Keith's mood,
Yes, ma'am.
right? You said sometimes you have to agree with him, sometimes you have to disagree with him, whatever works to calm him down,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So what was your tactic that you were using when you sent him the address to Home Depot?
Okay, my tactic then, as a mother, I figured if I could, at the following text, I said, you would thank me when you're chilling with your daughter one day. I figured if I could get to him and I could touch him, I could stop him. That's what my tactic was, ma'am.
So your tactic was to bring him from Alabama to Pensacola so that you could touch him first?
My tactic was to bring him to me, yes, ma'am.
How did that work?
It did, ma'am.
What part of him saying that he was going to, or excuse me, let me back up. You mentioned during your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you didn't take a lot of what Keith said seriously.
Yes, ma'am.
So what part of him saying that he was going to kill Brooklyn was not serious?
To me, all of it, because he has said this before. He said it on the 11th. But if you would go back to the text that me and Keith had months and years and other times, I understand your job. Your job is to pick out what I done wrong. But you haven't picked out the last 3 years. It's like your job is a
Ma'am,
witch hunt.
Ma'am,
That wasn't
just
my
answer the
question. My job is to bring out the truth.
And that's what I'm giving you.
So what part of him saying that he was going to shoot Brooklyn?
I didn't
did you
believe any
not-
of it.
Ma'am, let her-
Oh, sorry.
let her-
What part of that did you not think was serious?
I didn't believe any of it.
What part of him asking where you guys were so that he could come kill Brooklyn was not serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
What part of him counting down his travel from Alabama to Pensacola did you not think was serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
Now you keep talking about these other text messages. You deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I said that.
You also mentioned that Brooklyn was the best mama and was such a good girl.
She was.
And you sent your son to her location where he killed her.
No, ma'am. I sent my son to me. I told him you could come shoot me.
But he came to the location you sent and he killed her.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Agee,
Yes, ma'am.
your son had no idea where you and Brooklyn were that day, did he?
No, ma'am.
Your family testified how you and Brooklyn were so close, you were like mother and daughter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned that your son was seeing a couple other people, but you had no idea if Brooklyn was seeing anyone
I
else.
said I didn't think Brooklyn was seeing anybody else. Yes, ma'am.
But you're so close, like mother and daughter, and you don't know that.
Well, I mean, I had never heard Brooklyn say she was dating or sleeping around with anybody else. No, ma'am. I did not.
You said at some point you started changing your tactic because Brooklyn means nothing to him, so you started using Casey, correct? To try to calm him down.
No, I didn't say Brooklyn means nothing to him. I said I was using Casey because he was mad at Brooklyn. I was using Casey to try to calm him down.
Okay, so you're trying to calm him down.
Yes, ma'am.
So then you tell him he's stupid, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you tell him he's a dummy,
Yes, ma'am.
and you call him a bitch,
Yes, ma'am.
and you tell him he's got mental issues.
Yes, ma'am.
How does that tactic work? to
It has
calm-
worked in
I'm
the-
not done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am.
How does that tactic work to calm him down?
It has worked in the past, ma'am.
By calling him names?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ackerman talked to you about that text message where you say, if you don't come kill her, you a MF bitch.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said your testimony at that point was that you were sick of Keith, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's why you sent that.
I was sick of the way he acted, and I was being condescending, ma'am.
Okay, well, you said you were sick of Keith in your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you were sick of Keith that day, Ms. Agee, why didn't you shut your phone off?
Remember, if I had to do it all over again, I would shut my phone off. I'd throw it out the window. I would.
I didn't ask you.
You asking me why?
Ma'am,
I didn't ask you.
well, Ms. Jensen's not had a chance to get her full question out, so I'm asking that Ms. Agee just wait. That way the court reporter can get it down as well.
I didn't ask you what you would have done if you had to do it all over again. I asked you on that day, August 11th, 2023, why didn't you shut your phone off?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why didn't you block him?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why didn't you ignore him and just not respond?
I've asked myself that, ma'am.
You also testified at, there's a text message at about 11:10 a.m., about 2 hours prior to the shooting, where you told Mr. Ackerman that you felt like Keith was de-escalating. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you felt like it was over at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
But then you continue to warn him about going to jail and giving him some consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your tactic there if he's already de-escalated?
To reinforce that you're going to jail, ma'am.
You never said, don't do it, right?
I told him you had to shoot me. I said you would have to shoot me.
So your testimony also was at that point he's de-escalated. And then a few texts later, you tell him to come to Pensacola, right?
To see me, yes.
Well, you actually said, come to Pensacola and do it so he doesn't shoot Brooklyn in front of Casey.
I don't know if that's the order come in, but yes, ma'am. I don't think that's the order was in.
Now, you made mention about you didn't know if he was going to shoot at the police.
Yes.
Were you talking about in Citronelle or were you talking about in Pensacola?
I'm talking about anywhere because he made a statement that he would shoot at the police.
Okay, so did you think that was a possibility?
So as I told Mr. Ackerman, it's a possibility if roofs fall in. I didn't think he was coming.
Well, you knew that Keith has shot at people before when he was a juvenile.
Yeah, but I didn't think he's never shot at the police, as far as I know. But he made that statement in a text, and I didn't.
Sage, you said that Keith loved Brooklyn, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
He put 20 plus holes in her body. And it's your testimony to this jury that he loved Brooklyn?
Yes, ma'am. I said I think he loved
Not
Brooklyn.
yes, yes or no?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Now, you also mentioned how you suggested that he come to Pensacola to get out of Citronelle. You said you were trying to get him out of Citronelle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking.
I'm answering.
What made sense for you to get him out of Citronelle and send him to Pensacola?
To come to me.
It made sense to you to have him drive from another state to come to you.
At that time, ma'am, yes. I thought that was doing the right thing. I'm not, can I answer?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not saying that I made the totally right decision. I'm probably an idiot, but I was doing what I thought was right.
You acknowledge that you deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am.
And you said actually in your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you were worried about looking stupid.
Hmm?
You said in your text messages when you asked Keith to delete them that you were worried about looking stupid.
Yes.
But now you just testified that you deleted them because you didn't want to be associated with Keith.
When I told Keith to delete them, that was way in the beginning of the hour and a half before we stopped texting. Yes, ma'am, I did. That was an hour and a half before we stopped texting, I'm sorry.
You testified with Mr. Ackerman that you were just trying to diffuse the situation,
Yes,
right?
ma'am, yes, ma'am.
At what point on August 11th, 2023, did you actually diffuse the situation?
As I stated, I was trying.
Not one of your tactics worked, did
Yes,
they?
ma'am, no, ma'am, they did not.
Now, you said never in a million years did you think that Keith would come shoot Brooklyn
No, ma'am.
in the middle of Home Depot with people everywhere.
No, ma'am.
He sure did it, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And he did it at the location that you provided him.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Now, you testified that Keith has threatened his dad and his stepmom,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
And you said, but that was okay because he was taking up for Brooklyn.
No, I never said it was okay. I did not say it was okay.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Yes, ma'am, you did.
And you said in your testimony that once he cussed you, it was now between you and him and no longer between him and Brooklyn, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So him talking about shooting Brooklyn didn't offend you. But when he cussed you, that's what set you off?
No, ma'am, I said that was my way to get him off of Brooklyn and onto me.
Now, when you and your attorney were going back through these text messages, it was quickly glossed over the part where you actually sent the address to Keith.
No, ma'am, I said I sent the address.
Right. And you said you sent the address where I was, me and you. You said I sent the address where I was.
If you say so, yes, ma'am. I just thought I said I sent the address, but
But that's also where Brooklyn was, correct?
yes, ma'am.
And he'd been threatening to kill her, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He never threatened to kill you
Yeah, he told me, yeah, she did. Well, he told me I'm only giving you one warning. Yes, he did.
in the text message.
Yes, ma'am, in the text message. He said, I'm only warning you one time, mama. Yes.
Stay out of his way.
Yeah, and I told him I was in his way. I was gonna be in his way.
You said in one of your text messages that he was going to see you, not Brooklyn, and that he was going to thank you when he was chilling with his daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. He's not chilling with his daughter, Miss Agee, now is he?
I'm so sorry.
He's not chilling with his daughter.
No.
He's chilling in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, Miss Agee, you could have saved both of them by not sending that address.
Yes, ma'am.
So on one hand, you say that you didn't believe he was coming to the store.
Yes, ma'am.
He told you he was coming.
Yes, ma'am.
He gave you a countdown of his locations, correct? Correct?
Oh, he told me one time he was 45 minutes away. Yes, ma'am.
Well, he told you he was coming through Movico, wherever that is. That's in between his work in Pensacola.
Okay.
He told you he was getting on the interstate.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
He told you he was 45 minutes out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you were concerned enough, Miss Agee, that you lingered around the entrance looking for him, correct?
Yes.
So there was a chance he was going to show up.
I was trying to make sure that if he did, I was there.
So there was a chance you thought he might show up.
There's a chance it's still in the fall.
And you're pacing around and you were looking out the door, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So with the chance that he may show up, you don't call the police, right?
Yes.
You don't go tell a manager,
No, ma'am.
hey, my son is on the way, has been
No.
threatening one of my employees and the mother of my granddaughter. You don't tell anybody that.
No, ma'am.
You don't take Brooklyn to another location.
No.
And at this time, would you not agree that
Let's make sure your phones are turned off.
would you not agree that Keith was highly upset about his STD?
No more than he was upset about it 3 days before or 2 days before that.
Sure, the week before. He
Yes.
was very upset about this
Yes,
STD
yes.
that he thought Brooklyn gave him.
I sent Keith the results of Brooklyn's report that she didn't have an STD.
My question was,
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
he was very upset for however long it was about potentially having an STD.
Yes.
And he believed that Brooklyn gave it to him.
That's what he said.
And not one time on the August 11th day do you remind him that her test came back negative.
No, ma'am.
So you knew that Brooklyn had called the police on Keith before.
No, ma'am. He told me that. That was hearsay. Do I know? Did Brooklyn tell me that? No.
Okay,
No.
so Keith told you that Brooklyn called the
Yes.
police on him.
Yes.
And at some point, she had an injunction against
I
him.
don't know.
You had him arrested before, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
And his dad had an injunction.
I don't know.
Well, you
Yeah,
testified-
I said that's what they said. I said that's what they said.
Okay, well, you testified to that earlier.
I said that they said.
And you knew that Keith shot at someone before.
I knew he shot. I didn't say that someone.
Ms. Agee,
Yes,
Mr. Ackerman's first question to you during your testimony was if you would ever do anything to hurt Brooklyn, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said no. But you sent that address where she was located.
Not to hurt Brooklyn. Not to hurt Brooklyn.
You know Keith is a hothead, correct?
At times.
And you threw gasoline on his temper with those text messages. Did you not?
I did what had worked before. If you say I threw gasoline that time, I would agree with you. Yes, ma'am.
In the 2 hours that you went back and forth with text messages, 2 hours,
Yes, ma'am.
how long would it have taken you to shut your phone off?
A second.
Speaking of these text messages, so the jury has heard that 911 was called at 1:21 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And they've also heard that you deleted your text messages at 1:58
Yes,
p.m.
ma'am.
Where were you when you deleted those text messages?
I don't want to lie to you. I think I was in the parking lot, I think.
Ms. Agee, you said at the very end of your testimony earlier that it is horrific, your words,
Yes, ma'am.
horrific,
Yes, ma'am.
what your son did to your child's mother. And it is equally horrific that you helped him do it, isn't it?
No, ma'am, I didn't help him to do anything. No, ma'am, not at all.
There's not a question right now.
Was it horrific that Keith took a life?
Yes, sir.
Despicable?
Yes, sir.
Horrific?
Yes, sir.
Did you think when this happened that you were pouring gasoline on it?
No, sir.
Did you have any inkling that you were encouraging him? Did you think that that's what you were doing?
No, sir.
The state's asking you, if you pour gasoline on a fire, we all know what's going to happen,
Yes.
correct? It's going to increase. Are you visualizing this? When this is going on,
No,
your
sir.
son is talking stupid.
Yes, sir.
A young lady that you care very much for is on the other end of it.
Yes, sir.
It's not the first time, the second time, or the third time he's done that.
No, sir.
Did you think you were pouring gasoline on it?
No, sir.
Sustained.
First question that the state asked you was, you said you liked Brooklyn, but you loved him.
Yes, sir.
What did you mean by that? Why did you say that?
Because he was saying I was totally taken up for Brooklyn all the time. So what was I supposed to say? Yeah, I love Brooklyn. I mean, I love Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn now. I will love Brooklyn till I die. Am I an idiot?
Sustained.
Will Brooklyn's memory stay with you for the rest of your life?
Sustained.
Throughout every one of these texts, what was your goal?
To not let anything, to stop Keith. That was my goal, just to stop Keith.
Did you think in reality that he was coming?
No, I did not. When I called my mother, I'm sorry.
Sustained. Just, Ms. Agee, just wait for
sorry.
Mr. Ackerman to ask you a question, okay?
Yes, ma'am, sorry.
When you called your mother, you what? Did you say?
When I called my mother and I told her,
Sustained.
Every time you responded to one of his texts, were you thinking I should hang up or I should stop this or anything like that?
I was thinking just to stop him, trying to calm him down, just hopefully make him see what he was doing.
All the questions that the state asked you, did you ever have any intent to help him, to induce him, entice, whatever, the words that the state used?
Sustained. Mr. Ackerman, if you have a new area of inquiry based on the cross, you can ask it. The
Trying to read my
questions
notes.
have been asked a number of times.
I have no further questions, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Agee, you can step down. Mr. Ackerman, any additional evidence from the defense?
Defense
Do you intend to
rest.
call any rebuttal witnesses?
Woohoo!
Or do you need a few minutes to? talk?
Defense rest. Hang on, hang on,
Then
hang
I'm
on.
going to ask that the jury.
You
step
know
back
the time
into
is,
the jury.
don't
There's a
you?
few matters I need to take up with the attorneys.
What happens now? What happens now? Where is it? Come on. Should have had this queued up. All right. Now, we're not going through jury instructions, blah, blah, blah. So we are going to go straight to the closings, which start at 4:45. And then it's straight on to the verdict. Oh, sorry. 5:50.
That Keith was threatening to come kill her. Now, she testified today and said that she did give Brooklyn information while they were at lunch. But you heard from the two young ladies that were on the aisle that day when Brooklyn got murdered.
I like it here.
And they were asked how Brooklyn acted that day. And they said she was her normal, happy self. She wasn't concerned. She wasn't nervous. She wasn't worried because she had no idea that she was going to lose her life that day on aisle 52 in Home Depot because this defendant did nothing. At 11:28, this defendant, Sheila Agee, sent the text message to Keith for her to come do it in Pensacola. 26 seconds later, this defendant said, "I'm on the way, send it." Keith Agee showed up less than 2 hours later and riddled Brooklyn Sims with bullet holes. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheila Agee set Brooklyn up to get murdered. She knew it was going to happen. She intended for it to happen. And it happened through her words, her actions, and her inactions. The text messages don't lie. I know that you have seen so many of them over the past couple of days, and I know you're probably tired of looking at them. But I'm going to put some up now that Sheila Agee has had a chance to put her self-serving spin on those text messages. At 11 o'clock.
Don't make
he
us
says
listen to them again.
Sheila, "Okay,
Oh,
I'll be waiting
please,
on y'all in
no.
Centro."
Oh, for fuck's sake,
At
no.
11:06, Sheila says, "But I'm not telling you not to be in Centro. That's up to you." Never dissuades him. Keith says, "She ain't done none but cost me money and gave me a disease. I'm fit and just shoot her. I hate that for Casey, but like I said, I can't take it. IDGAF, no more." Sheila responds at 11:09 and says, "Okay." At 11:10, Sheila sends Keith a text message and says, "Okay, I'll call you and tell you if you want to go to jail. I'll tell you when we get close."
Yep.
Principles. Mr. Myers went over this with you in jury instruction, or excuse me, in jury selection on Monday. If the defendant helped another person commit a crime, the defendant is a principal and must be treated as if she had done all the things the other person did if the defendant intended the crime occur, and the defendant did some act or said something that was intended to and did incite, cause, encourage, assist, or advise the other person to actually commit the crime. To be a principal, the defendant does not have to be present when the crime is committed. Sheila Agee became a witness in this case. She testified before you, and it is up to you to decide her credibility. And one of the things that the judge is going to tell you that you should take into consideration is if the witness has some interest in how the case should be decided. Sheila Agee is on trial before you for being a principal to first-degree premeditated murder. She absolutely has an interest in the outcome of this case, and you should consider that in weighing her testimony before you. Keith Agee also became a witness in this case. And ladies and gentlemen, bless his heart, he is trying to save his mom. He has nothing to lose at this point. He's been convicted. He told you that there was nothing that would have stopped him that day. But ladies and gentlemen, this defendant not telling him where Brooklyn was would have stopped him. You have heard the shocking evidence in this case, horrific, as Ms. Agee described it, and you will be instructed on the law. And if you render a verdict in accordance with the law and the evidence, there can only be one just verdict in this case, and that is Sheila Agee is guilty of being a principal to the first-degree murder of Brooklyn Sims.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Well, you get organized here for a minute. The state was, I hope, successful in convincing you that Keith Agee obviously committed first-degree murder. There is no doubt here what he did, as we've all said, horrific, horrendous. He caused such harm to so many people. You'll note, it's interesting to me when Sheila was testifying, she was talking about the harm he did to the Sims family and everything else. And again, no one's making a hero out of Sheila. She did what she did, she said what she said, and we'll get that in a minute. But if you come into this case believing she's innocent, which was such a big thing we talked about in jury selection, if you came in totally clean and you left your minds open and you weren't going to be impressed enough by the first thing you heard that you were going to judge everything by it, then there's also other people that were hurt too. She was hurt tremendously. She lost her son. She lost her new daughter. She lost her grandchild. She lost her piece of life. She's going about her business. She's got a great job. She's working. She's doing her best to get through life. She's got a son that is, you saw him, you heard about him, and you've seen the text. But she's living a life, and this catastrophe happens. Okay, so let's back up. The state's proven that Keith did this. They do the same thing in their closing, and they're going to have a chance to come back. And after I've said everything, they're going to reiterate it and exploit what I've said. So I ask you again, till the very, very end, keep your minds without a decision till you've heard it. Okay, so Keith tells Mom, I'm going to do this terrible thing, and then you've heard the testimony. He said it numerous times. He's threatened to kill his father. He's threatened to kill everybody. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But he never did. There was that talk about when he was a teenager and he had a thing with another teenager, etc. That's not relevant to you. It may say, well, she should have known he had a propensity and all that. That's history. Remember, every time you think about things here, every text, everything she's doing is to stop this from happening. Again, she doesn't believe he's coming. He's the kind of guy that says these things, constantly puffs up things, and he blisters, and that's him. So she's dealing with work, she's dealing with this, and you've seen the text from, well, let me get there. Back up. Again, Keith did a horrible, crazy, stupid, vile, vulgar thing that affected everybody. It turns lives around, it turned her life around. So let's put it into perspective, in the context. She's at work, taking care of these 20, 25 people. She's just been through the last week with him with his nonsense. Is it a vaginal infection? Is it gonorrhea? This you've heard, and I'm not going to put them up. My plan was to put up every single one of those and go over them again with you, just like we did with Sheila. But you're going to have those in evidence. So every time state puts up something like that, just please remember that they're leaving out the whole context. The context is what enables you to understand intent. And so when they argue from their perspective, well, she did this, she did that, she admits that. Didn't come here to say she didn't say those things. She's not even defending them in any other way except I'm his mother. I try and comfort him. I try and calm him down. I try and keep him in line. That's what mothers do. They don't always do it right. Remember when we talked about, I asked you some questions in voir dire, and what I was trying to get you to respond to was, are we all perfect? Do we all respond to situations perfectly? Do we all deal with stress, nonsense, all this stuff? How do we deal with it differently? And we deal with it differently on different days. So there's Mom at work, taking care of business, gets the text. Oh no, I thought this was over. Now you had a chance, and if you'll recall, the state was very content, as they are in closing, to just include that 2 hours of tapes without giving you any insight or feel for what was going on before that. So we have Mom at work, dealing with stuff, dealing with what she's been through the last week. Thank goodness from the 8th to the 11th, it's over. He's apologizing, he's saying this, he's all over the place. How do you deal with someone like that? How do you figure? Do you know what they're going to do, even if they say it? So he says this, she says that. Everything she says to him, and please look at the tapes again, at the text again, I keep saying that, and understand the context. She is trying to calm him down. This is all Keith. He's not coming, but you never know. The ceiling could fall down. He could come, because anybody who's rational and intelligent thinks, I don't think this is going to happen in a million years, but maybe. So the conversation goes on, and she's back and forth. I mean, for you to think, in the context of those conversations, that when she said, don't shoot at the car, you might hit me. You watched her, heard her. Is she serious? The state wants you to think that was, hey man, kill her, but don't kill me. I'm your mother. I'm the grandmother of your kid. I mean, it's insane. And they're pulling her out of, he's saying, I'm gonna have to pull you out of the car. Can you imagine how stupid and crazy that sounds? Well, yeah, pull me, don't hit me. You don't want to do this up there where your child is. She's trying to just stop the nonsense. I mean, how in the world would she, where's the plan? So we have all the week before with the text back and forth, not one word about from her, from Sheila, not one word that she's terrible, that this, that, and the other. He's trying to keep him level. And so all of a sudden, now there's a plan. There's no plan, there's no motive. Why in the world would she want favorite kid? Dead. It's how her life is the grandchild now and the mother of the child. And why in the world? Oh, because she told Keith, I like her, but I love you, Keith. And I'm gonna help you do this because you're my son. You know, like her, you from that woman who's telling him all those things about how the lovely life he has, but a child, he's got a future, and she's telling him, yeah, go kill her. I'm gonna step aside here. State says she guided him like a bullet. All that stuff to get your juices flowing. If you listen to what you said, that's the opposite of what you. We've all been sarcastic. There are different words to describe it. We don't always say exactly what we mean because we want someone to be. We're all trying to get someone to go to our side and manipulate them to stop being fools. So give up your life, son. Shoot somebody. Come on down here. Shoot somebody right in the middle of the day, in the middle of the store with cameras and everything else. Yeah, do that. I'll be waiting because I want to watch her. Where's the motive? What is this? What are they trying to say? Here's what they're trying to say. We've got these texts. And remember, that's all they had for a minute, for a moment, whatever it was. So if you take those texts out of context and you don't know anything about anything else, then yeah, that's a mother who thinks her son's been wronged and she's going to go after this person who wronged her. She doesn't think her son's wrong. She thinks he's ridiculous. I mean, it's difficult to make. Some of us see things from different perspectives, and that's human, and that's what we've been talking about here. To me, the case for you was proven more so than the case against you. Why would she want him to do this? And even if you say, well, she was just stepping aside as the state said, where does that come from? 50 times? 40 times? What are you doing, son? What are you doing? She's a good mother. She's a good person. And you're here making all of these ridiculous statements and allegations. One minute she's terrible. She's great. I want to have a relationship with Casey, so I'm going to be able to go out. I'm putting this all past me. You'll see that in the text. Please, if you still have questions, when you go back to that jury room, study those texts. They are not from somebody who is saying, yeah, let's get together and do this. No more. The opposite. No plan. If there was a plan, would it be by text? Wouldn't there be a phone call? I'm going to meet you. The state saying he walks right in and goes right to the aisle. He doesn't walk in and go where he thinks he walks in the aisle, goes right at the front of the store, and he's looking down each aisle, and he goes and he sees her. What is there some kind of? Are they trying to say they can't? She told him there's no phone calls. It's just a text. So he finds her there on that aisle. Okay? No plan for her to get there or anything else. She finds it. As far as coming here, she looks at you when she was asked that question, me and everybody else. And the state asks Keith, you would not have known where to go unless she told you. No, I wouldn't. I'm not trying to fudge or hide anything. And again, Keith's not the ideal witness. Somebody wants to call a murderer to the trial of someone accused. He's supposed to be a principal. You watch this interview, you watch him. All I can say is what he said to you, and what clear to all of us, that there was no collusion between the two. Nothing he says, this is the way. Nothing he said indicates one iota that he was motivated by mother, induced by mother, etc. by mother. Everything was, don't do this. And again, the state wants to say, but you never said don't do it. He's a contrary guy. You don't confront them with that. You go around it. You say this, that, the other to convince them not to. But this whole concept that mother wanted this to happen, again, you take it out of context with just those 4 or 5 words, but you also take it out of context from the 40 words that she didn't want this to happen. And we're going to go through reasonable doubt in a minute. But if you weigh these statements, and then you weigh in the conversation prior to this, you will see that there's absolutely no proof beyond it to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt that she wanted Keith to commit this heinous act. It's not there. Very difficult when you're accused of something and you've done stupid things or said stupid things, or what is stupid to others, but to you at the time. It's very difficult to defend that. I mean, every one of us, if you take out of context what we said or done at a certain time, did you say that? What? What did you mean? Well, and then you explain it. Oh, intent. That's the key word here. We all agree. I mean, state put on that wonderful case against Keith. We sat there all through it. Very few objections from me. A few things. If you remember, I asked the fellow who ran the videos at the Home Depot, and you listen to his testimony, and sure, because one would think that there's cameras all over the place, and the people who work there would know where they were. Did Sheila have any idea? Is there any way she would know where the cameras were? No. So please, if there's any thought about aisle 52 and no camera, Sheila had no knowledge of cameras. Okay. You saw the video of Keith pulling up. I think the state said something about he pulled up alongside Mom. First of all, he probably didn't know what car she was driving. We didn't hear testimony, I don't remember, but she drives different cars all the time, and she drives a company car. He doesn't know well enough, and you can see by the conversations, he doesn't talk to Mom every day, doesn't see Mom every day. They text a lot when they text, but he comes right off the road, pulls right into his pile. And he was not right next to her car, he was about 2 or 3 cars away. But there's no evidence that he knew where her car was, and that was her car. So he pulls in, he walks down, and you see him on the video do his thing, goes down the aisle. You saw her waiting, I'm going to guess 30 minutes, plus or minus, maybe 40 minutes, walking back and forth, back and forth. She's waiting for him if he's coming. She's not sure. She ends up, after all that time, my gut feeling was right, he's not coming. This was all typical Keith. So takes a breath, goes back to work. Still probably, looking over her shoulder once in a while. Wasn't long. He gets there, walks right down the aisle. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but look at this picture. This is a still from those videos. And I guess maybe, would you take a quick look and just pass it around? Look at the expression on his face. Again, maybe it's me. I've been around a long time and looked at a lot of expressions and heard a lot of things. That's not a happy face. That's not a face of somebody who's walking up and down the aisles waiting for somebody so that somebody can commit a heinous crime. That's the face of an angry, distraught mother waiting for her son to come, who she said, you're going to come, you're going to see me, and you're going to have to shoot me. A mother who's controlled her son for the most part over the years. Nothing like this was even in the remotest of her mind. He's saying the same old nonsense, but now he's pushed it. I've just spent an hour and a half on the phone with this guy, trying to reason with him, trying to be the mother that I'm supposed to be, and then he's telling me I'm an MF. And, this is a great little chance for me to switch it. It's no longer going to be me. You call me an MF? You come see me now. It's not her anymore, it's me. Again, an attempt to mollify it, to change his mind, manipulate him so that he's not going to do this stupid thing. I mean, it's, to me, clear as day. This is evidence for you. You're going to bring it back along with the other evidence that I encourage you to look at. We had the ballistics and all of that. And, it was very thorough and very good. And the state, if they're going to charge Sheila with the murder, they have to prove the murder. So, all that stuff, we just, yes, we know that. We're not here to say that. We're here to say today that everything Sheila did was not with an intent for anything harmful to happen. And that's the key to this case. Intent. The state, unfortunately, I can't read my own writing most of the time. Mr. Martinez to stand, and I did this and I did that, and I'm the investigator on the case. Okay, that means, someone's charged with murder. We must have been pretty thorough to come up with that. And, well, no, I really wasn't. So the texts, that's where my focus was, rush to judgment. And that's what, again, what we do as human beings. He saw that, hey, let me just get the day and that's it. Well, you know, that's maybe par for the course, unfortunately, but this is serious stuff. Sorry if I upset him. Sorry if he was, maybe, I don't know, listen, whatever. But you knew from those texts that there was something going on before, and then he puts into evidence from the 5th or the 6th, whatever it was, that there was this thing about the gonorrhea and about an infection. Why not go back and look? But it didn't. So it's easy. If we hadn't been able to show you that, then I don't know that you'd have that perspective. And so I guess that goes along with the whole point of jumping the gun. And you came in here, she's charged. She's charged with murder. Must have done something. And that's what I really tried to get you all to just clear it away. Open up the thought process and let it all come in at one time, hear it all, and then see if the state meets their burden of proof. State was reading to you from the instructions, and these are a little bigger for me. Murder in the first degree. To prove the crime of first degree premeditated murder, the state must prove the following 3 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. Victim is dead. Yes. The death was caused by the criminal act of, it says here, defendant. Let's say another. Yes. There was a premeditated killing of the victim by that another, Keith. Yes. Definition. An act includes a series of related actions arising from and performed pursuing to a single design or purpose. We all agree that Keith appeared to have a single design or purpose. Clear from the evidence, if not clear, then certainly a reasonable doubt from the evidence that Sheila did not have a purpose, a single design or purpose. Killing with premeditation is killing after consciously deciding to do so. Keith, not Sheila. The decision must be present in the mind at the time of the killing. Keith, not Sheila. The law does not fix the exact period of time that must pass between the formation of the premeditation intent to kill and the killing. Keith, not Sheila. The period of time must be long enough to allow reflection by the defendant. The premeditated intent to kill must be formed before the killing. Keith, not Sheila. The question of premeditation is a question of fact to be determined by you from the evidence. It'll be sufficient proof of premeditation if the circumstances of the killing and the conduct of the accused convince you beyond a reasonable doubt of the existence of premeditation at the time of the killing. Keith, not Sheila. An issue in this case is whether Sheila did not act. Oh, I don't know that we need to read that. Talk about excusable homicide and other things that all apply. In other words, for it not to have been premeditated, the judge is going to read you this. I'm just going to leave it out for time purposes. At the end of the charge, judge reads, if you have a reasonable doubt about whether the defendant acted with a premeditated design to kill, Keith, in the heat of passion based on it, you should not find the state went into second-degree murder to prove the crime of second-degree murder, which is a lesser, and they explain that to you. If you don't think there's not enough evidence that Sheila committed first-degree murder. To prove the crime of second-degree murder, the state must prove the following 3 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. Victim is dead, Keith. The death was caused by a criminal act of Keith, yes. There was an unlawful killing by an act imminently dangerous to another and demonstrating a depraved mind without regard for human life. Well, if Keith was on trial, a jury could listen to that and surmise that, maybe he didn't have to, whatever, and maybe he did that. Again, not Sheila. An act includes a series of related actions arising from performed pursuant to the single act purpose imminently dangerous. I'm not going to read any more of that. The third lesser included manslaughter. And one could say this could be interesting in this case.
Mhm.
I'm going to read you, after I'm done with manslaughter, principle. So please
I'm
bear
pretty
with
sure
me. Okay?
you've
To prove
already
the crime
been
of
through
manslaughter,
the jury
The
instructions.
state must prove the following 2 elements beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay,
Now, there are
we're going to
2
read.
ways to do this.
Actually, no,
The
we got
victim is
rebuttal.
dead, and then 2, A, defendant intentionally
I
committed an
can't hear him
act
anymore.
or
I
acts
can't listen.
that caused the death of the victim. Well, he certainly did
Oh
that.
my God, and he still goes on for another
The defendant intentionally procured an act that caused the death
way too long.
of the victim.
Rebuttal.
Keith did it, but let's stick Sheila's.
There we go. Yep. I feel you, Judge.
I didn't have a seat. State's ready for your rebuttal close. You may proceed, Ms. Benson.
Yay.
Don't worry, I don't get to start all over again. This is what's called rebuttal, just an opportunity for the state to rebut some of the things that the defense said. Mr. Ackerman said that Sheila Agee lost her son, her granddaughter, and the mother of her granddaughter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. Sheila Agee is not the victim in this case. Brooklyn Sims is. Mr. Ackerman said she warned him, don't do this, son. Your daughter won't have a mother and a father. Ladies and gentlemen, all she's doing is warning him of the consequences. She never said, son, do not do this. Mr. Ackerman said the state didn't go into what was on the text messages before August 11th. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our evidence. You heard from the witness with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. They download it. They turn it over to the state, and then we turn it over to the defense. The state is not trying to hide anything from you. We have no objection to it being admitted into evidence and being read for you. Mr. Ackerman said, why in the world would Sheila want this to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't need a reason. Her reason is Keith's reason. She's the principal. He's her baby. She didn't formulate the idea, but she furthered it for him. Sheila wants you to believe, and Mr. Ackerman argued, that she didn't believe the defendant was going to come to that store. She didn't believe he was coming. But if you look back at that timeline, at 10:44, Sheila was leaving for lunch. At 11:09 is when Keith Agee started talking about shooting Brooklyn. At 11:21, Sheila Agee was coming back in her truck. At 11:27, Brooklyn came back in the store from lunch. At 11:36, Miss Agee was walking in on the other side of the store, the lumber side, and you'll see it in the video if you watch it again. It's the lumber exit. She's coming back from lunch. 19 minutes later, she sent that address to Keith. Mr. Ackerman said that Miss Agee was walking around, lingering around the area for, I think he said approximately 30 minutes. I may have misquoted that. But at some point, he says she's lingering around for 30 minutes or so. Look back at that footage, because that is simply not accurate. At 12:55, Miss Agee is walking toward the front entrance, and she's looking out in that area. By 1 o'clock, so she's there about 5 minutes. By 1 o'clock, she's walking down by aisle 52 and 53. And she does not come back until 1:15. That is 2 minutes before Keith Agee is parking his car in the parking lot next to her truck. At 1:15, she comes walking again from the lumber area from the other side. She comes to the front entrance. She lingers around there for a couple of minutes, and then she walks to aisle 52, aisle 53, and she's over there for over 1 minute, within feet of where Brooklyn Sims was working. She walks past aisles 52, 53, and then at 1:17:44, Keith Agee pulls up, parks next to his mom's truck. At 1:18, he's getting out of the car. He heads toward the lumber section initially, and then he turns and starts going the other direction with his phone in his hand. He changes his direction and he goes to the front entrance. He comes in the store at 1:19 and 30 seconds. He goes directly to aisle 52 and 53. In less than 1 minute, at 1:20:13, Keith Agee is running out of that store. At 1:21, 911 was called. This defendant went straight to aisle 52 after the shooting. If that is not a meeting of the minds, I don't know what is. And then what was Sheila Agee doing 38 minutes later, deleting all of those text messages? The state and the defense don't often agree, because that's just the nature of our job. But the state and Mr. Ackerman agree on one thing. Sheila Agee has been able to control her son in the past. That was his statement to you. And if you look at page 99 on the text messages that were read into evidence this morning, it's dated August 4th of 2023, you will see where Sheila Agee was able to talk her son down. He says to Sheila Agee, and again, this is August 4th, 2023, 7:22 p.m. How can you say you love me if you know she gave me some and can still talk and laugh with her? Ain't no way in hell to this day when Bo Hell was playing with you at Papa House, I was finna kill. I literally backed the car up and out the window to shoot him. Only thing saved him was you, because you told me not to. Mr. Ackerman said Sheila Agee did not want Brooklyn hurt. She loved Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, she probably did on some level, but not more than her own son, not more than his wishes and his mission. Mr. Ackerman brought up these text messages again when Lionel Martinez testified that he didn't go back a month and look at these text messages.
Ugh.
A lot of that information is about this STD. The state does not have to prove anyone had an STD. You're not going to see that anywhere in your jury instructions. Those text messages also show you dysfunctional relationship between Brooklyn and Keith and Sheila, but you also have those in the text messages that the state submitted yesterday. Mr. Ackerman was talking to you about the law, and the state is going to ask you to please listen to the judge when she instructs you, especially on the law of principles. You're going to have a copy that you will take back with you, and you will apply the facts of this case to the law. Because to be a principal, the defendant does not even have to be present when the crime is committed, and she was. For first-degree premeditated murder, the state must prove that Sheila Agee intended the killing of Brooklyn Sims to occur. And the state submits the evidence shows that. For second-degree murder or manslaughter, it is not necessary for the state to prove that this defendant, Sheila Agee, intended the death of Brooklyn Sims, but the evidence shows otherwise. Mr. Ackerman said, Sheila Agee wishes that she had done things differently. Of course she does. She is sitting before all of you on a charge of homicide. But she had every chance to change and do things differently on August 11th, 2023, before Brooklyn was murdered. She had every chance to do things differently, and she didn't. She wishes she did things differently, so does Brooklyn Sims. Just because Sheila Agee took the stand and gave you her version in self-preservation mode does not mean that what she says is true. She's on trial today. She wants you to believe that she did not do anything wrong, but she did, according to the law and the evidence. Mr. Ackerman said, well, what does she have to gain? She doesn't have to gain anything. What did Keith Agee have to gain? Nothing but revenge. Sheila Agee was assisting her blood, her son, her baby, Keith Agee. I mean, it's incredulous. It is almost impossible to believe. It is shocking. But it is what it is. And that's what the evidence and the law and the testimony in this trial tell you. It was based on her words, her actions, and her inactions. Mr. Ackerman said it's the state's burden to prove this case, and that is absolutely correct. The state accepts that burden, the state respects that burden, and the state has met that burden. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheila Agee did not physically pull the trigger that killed Brooklyn Sims, but she directed the gun and the bullets and the shooter from Alabama to Pensacola. The state submits to you that based on the evidence in this case, Brooklyn Sims would not have died on August 11, 2023 on aisle 52 at Home Depot if this defendant had not directed Keith Agee to her location. And because of her words and her actions and her inactions, Sheila Agee is guilty of being a principal to the first-degree murder of Brooklyn Sims.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court deputy is passing out copies for you of the instructions that I'm going to read.
No, not doing them.
As counsel indicated, you'll be able
Going
to take
straight
these back
to
with
the
you, so you don't have to memorize the law. You will be able to take this packet
54.
back. And you can have an opportunity to follow along as I read them
Right.
to you.
10:51. So they finish
Does everybody have a copy?
finish the jury instructions
Members of the jury, I thank you for your attention during this.
at about this time here, and then so that's and then they come back at 10:51, which is what, 2 3/4 hours. Excuse me. It's my bedtime. Come on.
Defense ready to proceed at this point?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. My understanding is we have a verdict. Any reason we cannot take the verdict at this point? State? Defense? Okay. I know we've had a number of individuals in and out of the courtroom throughout the course of the trial. And I'd just like to caution everyone, if you do not believe you can control yourself when the verdict is read by the clerk, I'll ask that you step out and just be mindful of the hard work of the jury the last 3 days. All right. If we can bring in the jury.
Bring the jury.
The verdict. Okay, and are you the foreperson? Yes. If you would hand the verdict form to our court deputy, I'm going to review it, make sure it's been filled out completely. Believed to be in proper order, and I'll have Madam Clerk publish the verdict. Ms. Agee, please rise to accept the jury's verdict.
In the Circuit Court for Escambia County, Florida, State of Florida
Like,
plaintiff
type
versus
one.
Sheila and Agee defendant, clerk number 1723 CF 003379B, Division A, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to the count charged in the indictment. Count 1, guilty of principal to first-degree murder as charged. So say we all, this 6th day of August, 2025,
Guilty.
Juror Carpenter, foreperson.
Guilty.
Would either party like to
Guilty
respond?
as charged.
Okay. Madam Clerk's going to poll you. She's going to ask you a question. If you'll just respond to her question.
Juror Carpenter, is this your individual verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror Quadrosi, is
You're
this your
gonna
individual
ask-
verdict?
No, no, we don't
Juror
want to do
Edwards,
that.
is this your
No,
individual
no, sorry. No, we don't do jurors' names. Jesus. You think this is Flora? No, no. No. We do not post jurors' names. Tis not done. All right. Oh, God. Yep. It's that time. Oh, I got a sore throat. Don't like it. Just. Oh, hang on. You can go. Oh. Yay. All right. Say goodnight, Clumsy. Did you think she was guilty? Yeah? Did she? She guilty? Hey? Back off, Mum. Go to sleep. Oh, dear. Oh, Lord. Sorry. Yeah, I think I've hit my wall. It's 3:30 in the morning, and that's it. Me done. You make sure you have a shit hot and safe weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. You too, my love. I was going to go to bed. Yep, that's happened. So, don't be good. Be good at it. Stay warm. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And I'll see you on Monday. Hasta la vista, bitches.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.